Well, Captain Aries, I suppose we might as well just blow up Sindhu. We'll have the blood of millions of men, women, and children on our hands.
I'm sure a lot of those people are either collaborators or slaves. So we're either giving them justice or setting them free.
It is session 18, Psychotronic Hustle, Wholesale War. Time for the recap. Kurt wasn't here, so he doesn't get to do it. Okay, let me get the notes open here.
So we decided that the easiest way to get the bomb from Dano's Clam Shack was to order delivery. So we placed an order, and we took orders from around the station, because if it was over $100 big bucks, then we got free delivery. So after a while, so while they were making our fried clams, the HVAC in the Winnebago was running hot. So it was at 32 degrees Celsius, which was very uncomfortable. And we were able to, we asked the workers, the people who were fixing our ship, to go take a look at it. And they fixed it, but it went right back to 30 degrees Celsius not after too long. And it turns out that when Hallcraith was informing Lori how to set the thermostat, she did it really well, except he told her the wrong temperature. And so she also set it and then made herself root user and then locked everyone out. So only she could set it. After some time, she fixed the temperature to be the normal, to be livable again. Much chagrined by Hallcraith, who found 32 degrees Celsius to be more up his alley. So since there's a problem with replicants, kind of on a separate thread, the Wholesale War worked together to create goggles to detect replicants. So Hulk supervised. Auri programmed the firmware. Lana, who has used her fix based on how pre-screen tech works, and they worked. So all non-replicants look like Tony Danza. And we don't know what replicants look like, but we just assume it's not Tony Danza at this point. Hallcraith introduced his new minion, John Thundergun, which was a robot with a duck face. A robot with a duck face that was programmed to be his friend. Much sadness that he didn't feel that any of us were friends, so he built his own. After spending so much time together. Captain Aries got locked in the bathroom, which got welded shut.
Yep.
And it took a while to get him out. In fact, I'm not sure if he's out yet. Lana went to one of the pyramids, and was inquiring to figure out where these pyramids, where they were in the galaxies or in the sectors that have no numbers. And there was a cryptic map given where of different colored different colored stars, and we didn't know what the colors meant, but there was a long conversation between Lana and Diamond Quartz regarding what those could mean and the locations. So yeah, I actually don't know if many of my personal notes, if I took any. Eventually, our order from Daniel's Clam Shack showed up, and not only did he bring fried clams, but he also brought Jawas. So we had to exterminate the one and then we were afraid that there were going to be more. So Lana militarized herself and they went into, I think, her in Hallcraft.
Yeah, Alana
went on a holy crusade.
Did use a hustle point, so she would have a Jawa tracker.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they took the ship. They took the delivery ship off. They undocked it, and then to ensure that the Jawas wouldn't escape onto the space station, and went on a killing spree.
Yes. AKA aliens with the flamethrower.
Yep.
So that time, Auri was just sitting around eating the clams with people in the station, just kind of sitting in powwow circles. On the bottom of the bag, which one of the clams, there was a note that said, "Meet me in meet me on the ship." So since the ship was undocked, we had to wait till it got docked again, and Oleander was on that ship. And he was going to, we had to talk about the apparatus or the bomb. We called the curator to figure out potential targets of where to go next. Also, Auri and the curator spoke alone after business was taken care of, and she wanted to. She has lost some of her memories. It was said that they could be restored potentially by someone with psychic abilities. So Ori is going to take her out and see if he could help. And then Big Montana sent a message on Spitter saying that they were going to go apeshit on Sindhu and just attack the planet outright. Other thing, Hallcraft's application to corporate is under review, pending. Maybe it was under review or conditionally accepted, pending a drug test and fluid samples, of which Hallcraft doesn't have any fluids.
He has the acid stuff that kind of comes out of him.
True.
Maybe we'll be able to slit his wrist or something and pour some of that into a vial.
He's in a probationary status.
So that was essentially it. And I think Betty left. I don't know if she left last, but yeah, it was last session. Betty left and got picked up by Major Stone.
Yeah, to go on a retreat.
Yeah.
They're dating now.
We're just shipping those characters.
Absolutely, we are shipping and receiving.
All right, you are on the still at the space station Billings. I'm trying to remember what system that was in.
That was in the Sister of Karma system. It was in, I believe, the Charm system, if I recall correctly. Yeah, the Charm system.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Oh yeah, it's right in my description. Space station Billings. Look at that.
A very charming place.
So you're in the still on. Still docked at the space station. They're finishing up the Winnebago. They finally unseal a portion, actually welded over the door that Captain Aries was into the bathroom. So they finally cut that off and remove it. So you can get out of the bathroom now if you want.
I'm fine.
It's fine, Kurt. You can come out of the closet anytime you like. Just feel free to come out. We're all here for you.
I didn't even realize I was stuck in there.
Yeah.
Yes, but can you now tell us what a number 3 is?
You do know the Winnebago does smell like fried clams and ammonia.
That's right. Because Hallcrate doesn't eat clams, in the special delivery descriptions, we asked for a few gallons of ammonia for Hallcrate. It was a little bit more of his alley.
At some point, the shuttlecraft here is transported out of system. A request comes in for it, and it is taken out.
The one with the delivery shuttlecraft.
Mm-hmm.
The ship which Lana was legally given for free?
Yes. Paid one space buck, he said.
Good deal. Damn good deal.
Did Oleander also leave with them?
No, he's still here.
Oh.
After a couple hours, you receive a message from, it comes over through the comms, and it comes through the comms, was it Herm in his overalls? Comes walking out. He's like, we got an urgent message from Big Montana. Apparently there is trouble on Exordatrix. They want all available ships to help out.
Zoratrix?
Yeah, it's the moon and Ur.
Did they say what kind of trouble?
Apparently whatever mission there went sideways.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the command and control section.
Yep.
Center we were told about. Well, what's going on exactly?
Well, we just know that there was some kind of attack on that base, and that all their communications went down as far as the group on the ground. So they're trying to get as many people they can together to go rescue them.
Auri, could you scan and see if Sindhu has knowledge about this attack on the base? If they're aware of what's going on there?
Sure.
I don't know, maybe they have a public message on this.
So I would look on Facebook. I would do an aggregate search over Facebook, Spitter, and Sindhu's national or official syndicate, where they post all of their pro Sindhu messages, to see if there is any mention of this attack.
And I will check Space Breitbart, where I will no doubt read that Jagerfels is involved in a pedophile ring.
Yeah, but that's actually true.
So if you want to make an appropriate roll to find that information.
Yes. Let me see.
Let's use one of your harem to make an inappropriate roll to find that information instead.
What is what is Connect supposed to be about?
Connect is your ability to find people and things.
There we
An
go.
area.
Connect. That sounds perfect.
Yep. There we go.
It's a 4.
We're fucked.
It's relatively quiet. The only thing you catch is that there are some people on Exoda Atrix, which is a resort community, have mentioned that a lot of the locals were on the lake tonight and getting really rowdy and kind of spoiling their whole wine tasting and cheese sampling event that they were having. It is not assumed whether they are Duke graduates or not either.
These filthy locals don't hunt. Unacceptable.
Well, I don't see anything particularly interesting or descriptive here. Although I keep misspelling stuff and misspelling my search terms, so there could be some human error.
Well, from where we are right now, and based on our spike drive, it will take us approximately 12 years, 16 hours, and 43 days to get there. No, it will take us about 2 or 3 hours to get there.
Herm's like, I gotta go. I gotta help out. I'm part of this Children of the Sector. I'm preparing my ship, the Slippery Gerbil, right now, and we are going to go in.
Let's go ahead and call Big Montana and see what he has to say on this matter.
All attempts to get a hold of Big Montana, his comms are down.
Oh, shit.
Well, it seems to me that Big Montana probably would appreciate it if we turned up with all that vermiurge technology so that we can save him with it.
That's probably our best bet, the vermiurge or the super weapon they're constructing.
Do we have vermiurge technology?
If we go to the CAD base, we would.
Well, I'm outfitting the Slippery Gerbil with the strongest spike drive I can get. And I'm gonna get there in 2 jumps. I'll push it if I have to.
A couple hours flight time there.
Godspeed, Slippery Gerbil.
He starts collecting a couple of people in the station, and there's one of them's running. He's got like a box of clams he's eating.
This leaves us with 4 separate options. We have the CAD base, which is being explored right now by Sindhu and the Eclipsing Mind. We have the super weapon that's being developed by Sindhu. And then we have the planet they're getting the fuel from. Now, the fuel planet is probably the lightest defended of all these locations. On the other hand, it gives us the lowest reward for what we do there.
I think. So what does Auri know about the vermiurge?
He knows that they were extremely advanced creatures. They were very much feared throughout the galaxy, and they would randomly show up. They did the bidding of CAD.
Well, I think that if we, as far as I'm concerned, Big Montana got himself into his own trouble. And as is, the best we could do is just obliterate the planet with the super weapon with the bomb we currently have. If we wanted, if we wanted to do something a little bit more precision, perhaps we should check out this CAD place.
Well, if we get the super weapon, we could then use it against the CAD place. And if we remember, up until about 5 years ago, CAD was the threat in the galaxy at the time. Do we really want Sindhu bringing him back? In addition, we don't know if we've already lost or not either. If Big Montana's station and himself has been destroyed, the children of the sector are essentially non-existent at this point, and we can't get in communication with them either. If everything's gone to shit on the Isorta Atrix, we are also dealing with the fact that we've lost all support except for Orleander and what remains of UPM and what remains of the Sisters of Karma. We need more information to go on, to be quite frank.
That's fair.
Peter, do we have any way of contacting Big Montana or maybe hacking into Sindhu's communication network and finding out what they're doing?
I mean, you're only a program roll away.
Okay, Auri, good luck.
I'll hack into the Matrix.
You don't want my program roll, I'll say that much.
10.
So you managed to tap into some of Sindhu's communications that are going throughout the galaxy because they're pinging off these buoys. At Azorda Atrix, there has been some sort of attack on the command and control center. It has been coordinated. Luckily, those who have attacked are either been captured or killed. It involves some of the locals. And there's some mention of mobilizing drones.
That sounds like a place we definitely don't want to go to. Any word on Big Montana? If I'm not mistaken, he was going to shove his station on the ship in the mail of the Golden System.
There's no mention of Big Montana or his or the Iron Skirt or any of his other forces.
Is there any information about diverted trade routes in the area? Ships having to avoid certain systems or certain system locations at the moment in Sindhu?
They're saying that the space lanes in the herd system are backed up. And there's mention of some kind of ship-to-ship combat right at this point.
In the herd system?
Yes.
So we're definitely not going to learn the Moonizer to Atrix then. Let's avoid that at all costs.
Go
on. If our ally is in trouble, then it's just a question of what is the best way to help him.
Putting our hands on a very large super weapon might go a long way towards that.
Did Auri not say we already have one?
We have a bomb, or at
we
least
have a planet-killing bomb.
As soon as Dano's clam shack actually shows up here.
Oleander steps in and is like, it's where I left it. I mean, we could go pick it up if you want. I mean, I locked the door and everything.
Where did you leave it?
It's in the clam shack.
Yeah.
Where the bomb has always been.
Is the clam shack still in the old location?
Yeah, good question. Oleander, I was hoping that when I ordered delivery, the clam shack would show up. Dude, I have to order catering.
Yeah, you didn't click the box that said send the clam shack, did you? They need to make that box bigger.
No. The
Well,
user interface was from like 3005, so it was a little old.
I think it's in 0204 now. It may have jumped.
What do you mean it may have jumped? Don't you have control over your station or your clam shack?
Well, it's on a special auto rotation.
Okay.
Can you signal the clam shack to come here?
Yeah, as long as the app on my phone works, I should be able to. It should be here. Probably take a couple hours, though.
Fine. If they're bringing the stuff to us, and it saves us the trouble.
Yeah, and it's the clam shack, so.
Yeah. I need to watch this taste of clams in my mouth. Maybe you can order a few more clams.
Mm-hmm. I thought that's what you wanted with that ammonia.
Oh no, that was just for Hall Crave.
Oh, okay. Because that'll sure wash the taste of clams out of your mouth.
And a few other things.
Yeah.
So if this bomb should I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, it has the destructive power to destroy at least a planet, if not a couple.
Yeah, for sure. So what's our target? I mean, we're just going to take out this command control center?
Well, there's a huge civilian population there, and there's also possibly allies who've been captured, and a bunch of ships that are supposedly on our side are headed there right this minute, so let's not blow that one up.
We could take out CAD and the verbiage tech.
That
Or we
idea
could
I
take
like.
out the fuel source.
Or
I'd recommend taking out CAD. If he comes back online, it'll be like 5 years ago, and no one wants that again.
Or he's thinking back to where he was 5 years ago, and he just kind of shudders.
Yeah. We all remember our life under CAD. It was not good.
Yeah, Auri is just remembering his life before the harem, though.
The harem is the real turning point in Auri's life. As harems usually are. So let's when the clam shack gets here, we can load up. Well, we have to have a name for this thing. We can't just call it the bomb or the apparatus.
Right.
I mean, all famous weapons get names.
Yeah, we got a couple hours to think about it.
Yeah.
What does the weapon look like?
Trying to think of how big it was. It was the one that you found in that pyramid.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember what it looked like.
It just looks like a huge cylinder.
I remember Betty was getting fresh with it, and it was pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh, the penetrator. Peter, would I be able to use my psionic powers to try and find Big Montana anywhere? Just reach out and see if I can find him in space? Shot in the dark, but it's really all we have here. And if he's gone, the entire thing is kind of fucked right now. Would I be able to go to Diamond Courts and ask if they know what happened to him?
You could probably do that.
Okay, I'm going to meditate and try and see DQ right now then.
Okay, give me a percentage roll.
69.
All right. You meditate and open your eyes, and you are back on the mountaintop. It's cool and windy next to the pyramid with the door closed.
Just go running up the door and start knocking.
The door opens. Lana, you have returned again.
I need your help. Big Montana has gone missing, as has the station he's on, and also a bunch of his friends are apparently being murdered on Isata Orta.
Yeah, that is not good. I think my Montana is fine. I do sense his Tootsie Roll somewhere, so he is safe.
Are you saying there's no disturbance in the Tootsie Roll?
There is not. However, his associates are in great peril.
Well, that's not good. What's going on exactly?
Apparently, they probably got in way over to their head, as usually what happens in scenarios like this. And are in a lot of trouble. They may die.
That's less than ideal. Will they lose the station as well? What exactly is happening?
Well, that's my powers are not in future, other than. But I could talk to the general about his understanding. Maybe he could enlighten me on what he sees. He is currently doing some carpeting.
Oh, lovely. He has fast hands. He'll make a great carpenter, I can tell.
He's terrible. This is his first attempt.
He has time to learn. But yes, anything that you can tell us would be great. We are at sea at the moment.
Well, much against my better judgment, I could just send you there if you wish to assist.
Assist with what?
Well, of course, with helping them survive this onslaught, if that's what you wanted, or you just...
I really don't like the way that sounds, this onslaught.
Well, there's a lot of chaos, carnage.
Are things very bad?
Well, yes, right now they are.
And what can I do to help them?
Oh, you obviously have talents and abilities. You
That I
surely
know
can
barely anything
assist.
about.
You are a trained fighter.
Yes, I'm not keen on being shot into little giblets, however.
None of us are.
So then, what would I be able to do to help them then?
I could probably get you close to where they're at. Maybe you could perform some sort of rescue mission or something.
Okay. Would we all be able to come, the ship and everyone?
No.
Or just me?
I believe it will be just you.
Okay. Yes, then I guess I don't have much of a choice in the matter. If Big Montana and his crew get destroyed, we will be kind of screwed then. So, okay, let's go.
All right. And we go back to the billing station.
And Lana's still gone.
Lana has vanished.
Uh-oh.
Well, there she goes again.
There she goes. No copyright strikes today.
I can only hope that when we drop the super bomb, we don't drop it on wherever she went.
You know, this whole children of the sector thing it's just been a very reckless rebellion. So I think we'll do our part, but you know,
What do you expect? It's being led by a guy named Big Montana in cowboy boots. How did you think this thing would go?
If they, you know, we'll do our best to help, but you know, we have plenty of life left to live. You know, things could be okay under a Sindhu rule, I guess, as long as we don't go back to that prison.
So if we do have a planet destroying bomb, why would we not just bomb the planet Sindhu?
I mean, the argument is something about civilian casualties. If we don't want to care, if we don't care about civilian casualties, then
Well, there you go.
we could. There's also
So all we have to do then is deal with any qualms I guess you may have with civilian casualties.
or you know, in the event that the people that all the major leaders of, or not all the leadership of Sindhu is on Sindhu, so that
Right. We'll surely not get everyone, but most of their resources would be there. A lot of their organization will be there. There'll just be a remnant of Sindhu flying in space in their whichever ships weren't there at the time.
Just one of the Sindhu leaders on the little rock. Flying.
Jagger
But
felt his TIE fighter just like flying away.
I have you now.
but surely then what remains of the UPM could reorganize, since they'll still have most of their infrastructure.
It's a very good point.
Herm comes back in. He's got his. Damn, I lost it. What is the name of that jacket?
Auri jacket.
No, it's from the 80s. Is it members only?
Andrew Jacobson?
There were members only jackets. I don't know that they were a specific thing.
Staff?
I can see it in my head. Yeah.
Security?
Yeah, it's a members only jacket.
Oh.
Comes in with his members only jacket over his overalls. Well, so what'd it be? If you could come along with me, escort the slippery gerbil into airspace and into Azorda Atrix. We're going to take out all the anti-aircraft guns so we can get some ships down to the surface. Now, it's probably a one-way mission, and you probably won't survive. But
well,
it'll be epic.
You do sell it well, but we were going to wait to get a super weapon and then figure out if we wanted to destroy Sindhu or some other target.
Well, there's a lot of targets. I'd just go right for Sindhu and just take them out.
But Lana has already gone ahead, so no doubt she will assist you in rescuing what remains of your forces.
Well, your spike drive is all set up with the converter, and I know you got something. You said something about a red crystal, so you want to fire that up, and wherever you want to go, then good luck.
Thank you. I do have my red crystal, and I pull it out. So I guess, where do I put it? Like, what does this look like? Is it like in the engine room? Is there like a little?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. It's a converter that goes onto the spike drive, and the crystal just kind of sets in it.
So I'll put the crystal in,
Okay.
just so it's available.
All right.
Well, Captain Aries, I suppose we might as well just blow up Sindhu. Just put an end to it.
Sounds okay to me.
We'll have the blood of millions of men, women, and children on our hands, but I suppose Sindhu also has the bloods of millions of men, women, and children on their hands as well. So, and potentially millions more if we don't act sooner than later to stop them.
I'm sure a lot of those people are either collaborators or slaves. So we're either giving them justice or setting them free.
Eminently.
So Herm leaves and he spikes out of the system.
So yeah, now we're just waiting on our clams. And for Lana. Maybe Lana's gonna bring the clams. Maybe she went to she sped ahead to Dano's clam shack so that we could she can make sure the order was right.
I'm gonna get back and you guys are gonna be gone and I'm just gonna go like, where is it? Oh wait, I can't breathe in space.
A few hours pass and Dano's clam shack arrives.
Yeah,
Floating shipping container in space.
So Auri's looking at the radar and he sees a clam-shaped blip on. It's like finally, it's arrived. Because it's just in time because the smell of clams is just starting to die down in the space station. So we really need to like keep it going.
Yeah, and it docks with billing station.
So Auri will go and go to the where it docks.
Yeah, I would grab Elmo and then head that way.
Okay. You notice Elmo's got like some kind of cream he's lathered over his body where the hair was burnt off.
How's that cream working out?
I don't know. It's only been applied for an hour. I do get a full refund.
How long is it supposed to take?
A day.
Well, hopefully good news on the morrow. But you don't look doesn't look terrible. So you look like a human. Kind of.
Please don't insult me.
So yeah.
Yeah, we go into the clam shack.
Yeah, it reeks of clams. There is some kind of like small box droid that you can't see, but you can just see the little arms like working the vat and cooking the clams. And there's a lot of damage. Like you can see the hole where holes have been patched up and tables have been damaged and they've been patched up with some kind of Spondo. And there's a few broken chairs and sitting in the corner is the bomb.
I'd look over to Oleander because presumably he'd be there too.
Yeah.
You're right. That's where we left it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised that it was never taken when we were on Hydrus.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Kind of lucked out. But here it is. And we have some fresh clams up. So we can have fries, some clams. Well, I got some extra tartar sauce and talk about where we're going to go next.
Because so Elmo's here, but do we have is there a dolly on Space Station Billings?
I'm sure there is a dolly.
So I'm going to go.
How big is the bomb?
Okay.
I pictured it being pretty big.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to look it up to see.
I mean, we had to load it up on a cart to get it out of the pyramid.
Right.
Well, we might not have a dolly, but we got about 20 logs here, and you just put it on the logs and roll it around and put another log in front of it.
I mean, I at least pictured it being like approximately the size of like a large office copy machine. And that's why we had to put it on a cart to get
Here we go.
it.
The fusion bomb is 11 feet long, 3.5 meters.
Yeah, good. We don't do that feet shit here. It's all meters.
We're very metropolitan.
So does it say how heavy it is in kilograms?
No, I don't have a kilogram weight, but I will give you a weight.
15 kilograms. Okay, if we get a bunch of red balloons, say about 99 of them, and fill them with hot air, we can tie it to the bomb and push it along like that.
It weighs 4,000 kilograms.
Ow.
We might need a couple dollies.
Looking
Or
at
a
8 tons.
So, or that, or we see if they have like a heavy lift, like a heavy weight, like an industrial strength kind of hover dolly.
Yeah, I will go grab whatever dolly we used last time to move it around.
Can't we just have chains? Can't we just put a chain on the back of our ship and then chain it to the bomb and then just yank it out with that and drag it behind us?
I did realize last time that it was like 9,000 pounds.
I don't remember saying a weight, but
We had a anti-grav dolly at the time, though.
yeah, that's right.
That was theirs.
Yeah, I think that was like a Sindhu dolly, where it wasn't ours.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
borrowed it.
Yeah, I think it was on like tracks or something. It was on like tracks, and that's how they got it in there.
Yeah. So do we have one that we use? All right. So then let's probably have.
How would we use this bomb to blow up a planet? Would we have to could we just drop it? Or would
Just
we
kick it out
actually
the
have
back.
or would we actually have to land and wheel it off and program it to explode and then run?
Just program it to explode on impact and knock it off the back of the ship. It'll be fine.
Right. That would be ideal. Just push it and let it fall. Having it be programmed to explode when it's like 100 feet off the ground.
I mean, you could program it to explode on a timer and just kick it up, kick it.
Could I?
I
I
think
just rolled
you
a
mean
4 on my programming check.
Well, I could try to see if we can wire it so that when we just can push it off and then it'll just explode when it hits the ground.
Hey, Orlando, what's that ticking sound in those numbers going downwards after Captain Aries played with the bomb? Is that normal?
But if we felt like it was going to be more strategic or better to land and set it off and deploy it in that way, then we could.
Well, if it'll blow up an entire planet, then I assume we don't need to be very precise in where exactly we put it. Sure, maybe the planet will be blown up into like twice as many chunks if we put it in exactly the right spot.
As long as it lands on the Eiffel Tower, it's factually correct.
So are you putting it on the Winnebago?
Yeah.
Where? In the break room or not in Betty's room?
Definitely not. Well, Betty's out, so this could be like her replacement tenant while she's on retreat.
More useful than Betty, that's for sure.
Right.
You know what? That's a good.
Or just
That's a better. We can just call it Betty 2.0 as the name of the bomb, or better than Betty.
Yeah, better Betty.
You better, you're Betty.
Better Betty.
She can. It can take up residence in her quarters. have access to all the same luxuries, toilets,
Yep.
facilities that it has access to.
The
Don't
same
give it the armory codes.
the same per diem.
Yeah. And
Yep.
see, but and the best thing is it'll be it'll be very quiet. It won't go anywhere. It won't impose. Hence, better than Betty.
Get a life insurance policy on it.
Oh,
Peter, how would we go about getting a life insurance policy on a bomb?
yeah. Just find somebody to write one.
Oh, hell, Cray!
He would just submit the forms to corporate
Yeah.
for the insurance.
For Better Betty.
So before we fly to Sindhu, we should probably check to see what sorts of defenses they have. It might be that since we're in a ship that they're already looking for, it might not be super easy to just fly right up to the side of the planet and drop a bomb on them. I feel like that's the sort of thing they might protect against.
Well, if we remember, Lana did. Oh no, that wouldn't work actually. Never mind. I had an idea, but I lost it.
Also not here.
I'm not here. I'm just reminding you.
We could drive up in the clam shack and make a special delivery.
I think that actually makes a lot of sense.
Is Sindhu looking for clams?
Elmo, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to take the bomb back to the clam shack.
God.
This time, let's see if there's like a place that's a better place than like in the lobby or in the main seating area.
In the main dining area.
Whenever I think of Daniel's Clam Shack, I think of Long John Silver's. I'm just imagining going to Long John Silver's and seeing like a big bomb sitting in the corner, and then a cockroach is like scurrying along next to
Uh, so you've been to Iraq then?
But these would be space cockroaches in little vac suits.
Yep.
I think those are called Jawas.
Yeah.
See if there's like a Oleander. Is there a more strategic place to place this? Is there like a hatch or another doorway in the back of the clam shack that we could use to jettison this bomb?
It might fit in the supply closet or the grease vat.
I don't know that we want to put it in the grease vat and then have to get it out of the grease vat again.
You still got that family of 5 in the grease vat. You really don't want to go ahead and put a bomb with them.
So maybe the supply closet for now.
Okay.
Open supply closet's just full of other bombs.
As he rubs his head where you can see the imprint of a hammer where Halcraith had smacked him, where he was hiding in the hiding on the ship in the supply closet.
So Oleander, looking a little beat up. Do you need Captain Aries to take a look at you?
No, I'll be fine. I'm good. So what's our plan? I mean, we got the bomb. Surely one of you knows how to set it. And then we just, roll into Sindhu and make a delivery?
Yep. I mean, we should still check to see if they have defenses or are going to require some sort of identification, some sort of passcode. You know, it's like if we could, how about this? If we could like fake an official looking recording of Jaggerfell's ordering clams so that we can show them that we're there to deliver clams to Jaggerfell's himself.
That's a good question. Has Jaggerfell's ever ordered from Daniel's Clam Shack?
Let me check his Rolodex and see his phone call.
Give me a percentage roll.
Let me check Space Dash, what his order history says.
Space Dash.
98.
If he did, he used a different name.
Well, we're blowing up a planet here. You can just pick anyone on Sindhu and blow it up that way.
Fair. I mean, we could just, go to any major metropolitan area. Someone's going to want clams.
Right, but if they're going to require some sort of passcode, we might be able to get by saying, look, if you want to delay this delivery of clams to Jagger Fells, you be the one to tell him, I don't want to lose my tip just because the clams show up late because you stopped me here.
It's fair.
It's sort of a shame that it put in from Josh again, because the other line was just perfect the way it all flowed out. In case anyone ever sees it in the future and has to make sense of what you were saying there.
Listen, I don't know how long I'm going to be gone this session, but apparently a few minutes at least. I got nothing else I'm doing right now.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can go back to her for a while.
Well, we figure out how we can either procure passcodes or get by passcodes.
Well,
you should check. You should check to see. There must be some data on what the security is in orbit around Sindhu.
Yeah, or
go to Facebook and people saying I got pulled over again. Was forced to get out of my ship, fly back to the Sindhu patrol officer ship.
Yeah. Now is Dano's Clam Shack like a UPM chain? Like, you know how like Dunkin' Donuts is on the East Coast and Starbucks is on the West.
It's kind of associated a little bit with UPM.
So like
we can be Doom's Clam Shack, the direct competitor.
So I'm gonna send a message on Spitter to the Sindhu Department of Agriculture and see what the procedure is for small businesses getting on a Sindhu to spread their wares.
Spell.
Maybe they'll send me a form or they'll provide the identification that's needed.
You get a response that said the person that's responsible for that is currently on vacation, and they'll get back to you at some point.
We know how long they're going to be on vacation for. We can wait. I mean, there's no hurry.
Failing that, I might just try to look into if the any news on any what Sindhu's doing. So are they having any blockades or seeing if there's to Captain Aries' point, is there chatter about kind of increased surveillance around Sindhu?
Or orbital space guns that shoot down anybody who's not supposed to be in orbit.
Bingo. So you would know that Sindhu is highly defended. The walled city is highly defended. And since the recent, there was some sort of incident where a ship got in with cargo and the cargo contained Jawas, that they have stepped up all their measures. They don't let anybody in anymore. So you're going to have to come up with a very elaborate ruse to get past their defenses.
I have the perfect one, but I can't say it because I'm not there.
Would you like to bring in your other character? Since we are
Jesus.
going to pick up Lana on Thursday, as she is going to be part of that scenario.
Okay. Well, this character wouldn't have that perfect idea because they're not that smart.
We don't know that.
The ice cream machine starts rumbling.
Surprise, motherfucker! You killed my father. Thank you. I will let Auri introduce my character, actually, as he knows them better than I do at this point.
Wait, do we have Jaggerfell's phone number? Is that a resource?
Actually, yes, we do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So
fact-
as you know, as part of our he ordered clams ruse, we could be like, well, this is the return number he gave us. If you want to call him and tell him.
Okay.
What is your other character?
You might know her as Glory.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Glory, get in here.
Yes, Auri?
I just wanted to see you again. How you doing?
Do you need anything, Master? God, I've been waiting
I
so many
do.
years to tell Dustin that.
No longer just into your pillow at night.
Thankfully. God, my Dustin love pillow's sitting over there doing nothing now. The best day ever.
The
I like
amount of intimacy we've had and not even known it.
I like the fact how I just say, okay, yeah, I'll teleport over there and go help out. And Peter's like, okay, you're going to have to make another character sheet now. Pick someone. That was great.
Well, we need to. Lori's got the system, the ship's kind of
HVAC.
onboard systems cornered. I understand you've been at the behest of Hallcraith and partially myself, looking into more of the understanding different defense systems around the galaxy, specifically focusing on Sindhu since they're the primary enemy.
Yes, actually, I've been spending quite a bit of time on Spaceopedia and Space Janes, learning all about them.
How does that, with all this new knowledge and knowing that you're coming from your life where tech was almost alien, how does that make you feel? I've never really asked about your feelings, and I realize that's probably not a good thing, but I'm willing to make it up.
Master, our feelings are of no concern to you. Only yours are a concern to us.
That's fair. But I think I like to think that I'm a nice guy.
You're the absolute best, Master. What would you
Hey,
like to know?
I have a question. How do spike drives work exactly? Like, what happens if we put the bomb in the crab shack and program it to go off in like 10 seconds? We then spike close to Sindhu and then set the crab shack to spike right into the planet.
I have no idea how they work in Peter's game. I know how they work in the normal game, but not his.
Okay, so you would want to set
The crab shack on a collision course so that it basically spikes right up to the edge of the surface before coming out of its spike drive, probably in the atmosphere.
Great would make sure.
So you'd put the spike drive on the clam. Okay, yeah, because the clam shack's got a spike drive. Okay, and then you would program it. It enters. You program it. It enters like they go into space lanes. So you'd have to go off the. You'd have to like program it to a specific point, which would be difficult. But it, theory could be done.
So there's a possibility.
Well, that sounds a lot easier than trying to navigate a planetary defense.
I think you'll find that my master is more than adept at programming any system necessary.
Well, and I can pilot well enough to like set it so that it's heading in the right direction. It might be easier, but less entertaining than trying to trick our way past security.
I mean, I'm ready to start a new campaign, so I mean, it's don't bother me.
I'll,
What if you could just TPK both groups this week and then be done?
It sounds like he's trying it by the sound of it.
They're gonna shut down. They're gonna no, they'll fight and finally make it and disable the command and control center and then find out Sindhu's been destroyed.
In my defense, how many times have I suggested we just bomb Sindhu with this bomb in the other group? How many times? Like every session.
I feel like that would be I feel like that would just be very funny and kind of like oh yeah, by the way, it didn't matter.
You know what would be even better? If we blame Sindhu for the planet exploding.
For their own planet.
Propaganda. They did it themselves. It was suicide.
It was a test. Everything went well.
Well,
That
anything
sounds
that
like a
keeps
wonderful idea. We could do the whole thing and still eat clams here and just kind of watch and with our clams as the bomb and Sindhu then just perishes, and hopefully Jagger fells.
I suppose we might want to ask Oleander if it's okay if we destroy his shack. I mean, it's just a cargo container. It's not like you can't set it up somewhere else.
I think Oleander. I would imagine Oleander's with us right now.
Does he have insurance on the clam shack? That's the question.
Right. If not, he should really take out a policy now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hadn't. Yeah, I'll get some insurance on it.
We can have Hallcraith help expedite those forms. You'll probably just have to like sit with him for an hour and go over your financials. You do have a file cabinet, right?
I got
He's been avoiding taxes for years.
I've got some receipts in my wallet here.
I got a manila folder that's got it's written to do on it.
Oh God, Hallcraith might well make this like a 5-year project to do a complete audit of the books.
Tell Hallcraith what you're going to do with the clam shack. Then he'll claim it's insurance fraud. Don't tell him the plan with it. Just tell him you feel like it's time for a policy.
And they're full. It's not, and they're all random, but they're random receipts. They're not the actual receipts. They're just from what I could remember. So I just wrote them down on scraps on greasy napkins. I'm sure that's legit, right? That'll work. As long as it gets notarized, I think it's okay. Just have to get it. Is anybody a notary?
I think Hallcraith said he was.
Although, if it's anything less than official and it's not by corporate policies, he might be opposed to it, unless, of course, we went with a second-rate insurance company.
Oh, you might as well go with, whatever the highest rated insurance company is. You're going to want to make sure this claim gets paid.
Yeah.
You've seen those commercials for the Colonel Insurance Company?
Yeah, Space Colonel.
Space Colonel, yep.
Or, all space.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Like
so is that going to be the plan? You guys are going to try to program? Is that?
I am. Well, we would probably have to get like one system over from Sindhu, so that we don't have to set this thing on a course where it has to do multiple jumps on its own, unpiloted.
Yeah, probably be a bad idea.
Yeah, so we'd have to go to the cloud system.
We could go to cloud, Or how long is the spike drive system on this ship rated, the clam shack?
If it's a 1, it jumps 2 squares, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a 1.
We could go to Horde and jump from there.
True.
That way, we're as far from Sindhu territory as possible.
How are we gonna know if it's successful or not?
I think it'll make the news.
Might make page 6 of the paper.
Well, I mean more on a more immediate. Like, how will we immediately know that it's successful?
We could check Spacebook.
Right, just look.
Sindhu blew up right in front of me. Really sucks.
Or
Take
there's
selfie.
Selfie of the explosion. That's fair. We can just monitor Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, just.
No, I agree completely that if we just check Insta, there will be influencers who
Yeah.
want to get that last post.
About to be vaporized in fire. Love it.
Oh boy.
So yeah, let's go to the Horde system.
Now you see the true effects of global warming.
I guess we could also technically do the hum system too. It would be 2 away, and also.
Well,
So
I'm
it's-
thinking the
So,
So
is
it's-
there any benefit to our being closer as opposed to being 2 spaces away?
Not really, but every spike jump you have to wait an hour. So basically, you move 2 squares, you got to wait an hour.
Okay. So I will work on plotting in the course at the helm of the crab shack or clam shack.
And I will like start working on the very carefully. Working on the making sure that like checking out how the timer's set up, what is on this bomb as far as that, and kind of getting it prepared so that we can begin the timer.
Right. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't necessarily ideally want to see it on a timer because we might not have the exact time. There's not going to be a lot of time between when it enters the atmosphere and when it slams into the planet. So either we need it to go off on impact, if that's possible, or if it's more complicated than that, we probably need it to sort of be tied into the clam shack computer so that when it's in the atmosphere, it knows to detonate.
Is there a way to check off like if this bomb detonates on impact?
It's got an egg timer. That's how it tells.
Like, can I check to see if it has pressure sensors?
Well, that'd be fine, because then we just have to leave a door open when it takes off, because the pressure will change when it goes in the atmosphere.
Okay, so I have to figure out how I want to do this. It'll be we're going to do a series of skill checks.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the reason I did not prepare for this session. Because if I did, I would have been completely wrong.
Yeah, I thought coming into this session, talking to Peter, we were going to go fight the Vermiurge who no longer exist, but probably really do.
And I was under the impression, I was like, they might do that. They might. Okay. No, that's fine. I just have to find.
I'll be right back. Just
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, all right. I'll be back in a minute.
I'm staying here so I can watch you awkwardly.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is a series of skill checks for everybody. and they're going to be multiple checks.
Okay.
Because there's a target number that I have that you guys are shooting for. I need the calculator to see, because this is going to be extremely difficult to do, but it should be, because
Well, I was just going to go ahead and check the times that people are on leave from Sindhu. You know, the people who are going back to Sindhu for leave or something. And I was going to have us sign up as an Uber and get ourselves placed in, you know, Ubering the person back, and then detonate the bomb with him on it there. But this plan works too.
okay. Yeah. So Dustin, what we're do is like each of you guys are going to perform skill checks. There are going to be 3 skills that you're going to do. You cannot use the same, like you can't use intelligence for all of them or whatever.
Joke's on you. I don't have any intelligence.
And all the skills have to be different. So there'll be 9 checks of 9 different skills. I have a target number. If you hit that target number, you will absolutely, positively be successful. And then as we go down, it will be degrees of success.
Okay.
If we hit that target number, we start a new campaign the week after next.
It will be interesting what would happen.
Well, they bring back CAD, and then we have to fight CAD again.
You guys are going to do 9 skill checks, 3 each.
Okay.
You need to pick a different stat, or whatever the hell, intelligence, dex, yeah, for each one. And they have to be 9 different ones. So I will let you figure that out. I have a target number. If you reach that target number, you will absolutely be 100% successful.
So you want us to pick it, but you want us to pick a different stat for each time?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Not just a different skill?
Correct. So,
okay.
And you do have hustle points that you can use if you think the higher the rolls, the better.
Okay, then.
Okay, wait, let me go. I'll be right back. You can discuss what you have. So.
I will
So
do.
I have a plus. Some of my skills won't be easily applicable, but I have a +2 to piloting, shooting, and talking.
Oh yeah, you can talk to relax Auri and make sure that he's ready to, you know, do everything.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Words of encouragement to Auri.
I'm gonna perform for Auri to keep him relaxed and, you know, motivated. I also have a +2 to my notice and a +1 to exert, so I can help him do things with my exert skill, and I can help notice any little mistake he might make. So I'll do perform, notice, and exert.
I will do pilot and talk, and I'm not sure of the third one.
What do you have again that you haven't used?
How about shoot?
Right, but
Your
how would I
shoots-
use? How would I use shoot?
You know how Sindhu's defenses would function if you use shoot, so you'd be able to program the ship to kind of, you know, dodge around the types of laser cannons and stuff they'd use for orbital defenses.
That makes sense.
I just love how I teleport away. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna teleport and take care of this problem. And Peter's like, "You're gonna have to make a new character sheet now for this session." I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
I also was not aware when you teleported away that it's like, well, you won't be back until for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was kind of a surprise to me.
I thought he would go back to you and be like, you know, they are trapped behind a force field and you're in a room where you can eventually make your way to the control panel to lower that force field, and then you teleport back. But apparently you're just with them in the middle of the same shitstorm they're in.
Well, when I left them on Thursday, 2 of the people were down. One of them wasn't there, and my character was surrounded by 6 guys in power armor with 7 HP and a bolt-action rifle. That's when I left. So things weren't going well.
Did anybody say for a second there I thought we were in trouble?
No, most everyone was down by that time. But This is the B team, the A team there. We're getting a C team ready to go rescue the A team if possible.
Well, you'll have the slippery gerbil.
God, whenever I have the slippery gerbil in me, I know things are going to be fine.
Gotta get a crew. Crew up to get the next to bust them out. I'm thinking I'm gonna use program, of course. I got fixes. That's my only one that's 2. Then fixes a 1, and shoots a 1. But Lord Mars's shoot would be better. So,
Right.
I could do no.
Yeah.
Or a sneak, which is a 0 for me. But
Well, what's your no?
A 0.
And do you have pluses in your dex or intelligence or wisdom or whatever you'd use for no or sneak?
Intelligence, I do.
Okay.
Do you add? Are you?
My evil? Yes, I am.
Are you supposed to? You know, I haven't been adding my modifier for like base stats on those skills.
You don't have to attach them to the skill, but you add them after you roll.
Yeah, I haven't been doing that.
You're supposed to do that. You've been a very bad boy. I'm going to have to discipline you now.
Another thing we definitely have to do is you're going to have to tell me how you're going to go there. So I need to know, like, specifically what squares you're going to make your way to the golden system.
We can go 2 per jump, correct?
The clam shack can do 2 jumps, yeah. So right now you're in 0508 charm system, so
I don't have a copy of the map, but the other 2 do.
Here is a link to the map.
Yep.
If we go from charm to cluster, we'll be in safe space. Then from cluster, we can go to 0206 with extra fuel. Jump from there to string, refuel at string, go to horde, deploy to horde, and then fly back without having to go into actual Sindhu territory.
okay, so you're going to go from charm to cluster.
Yes. Get a double load of fuel at cluster. Then from cluster, go to 0206, which I don't think was listed on any of the dangerous planets.
Right now, fuel's not an issue because he has a converter that uses a black crystal.
Okay. He has a converter. Okay, so then we'll just go to cluster, then from cluster 0206. Then
0306?
0
or 02.
06.
02, okay.
Along the known route in case anything bad happens in the uncharted area. Then 0304 string, then a quick jump to horde, fire it off at horde, and then hightail it out of there. That's probably our best bet. Because we know the Sisters of Karma are at least partially friendly to the Children of the Sector, and that's the banner we're flying under at the moment. And UPM might be currently controlled by Sindhu, but their patrols would probably be a lot lesser in the string system. We could also try to avoid that altogether and go from cluster to 0305 and then go to horde. But Peter, I'm not sure how you're running going to unconnected systems, if it's a more complicated spike jump or what.
I mean, you have to make a pilot roll, but I mean,
if we would like to do that, we can completely avoid Sindhu patrols in the most likely areas. But that's entirely up to you guys.
So we're in charm?
We're in charm.
Yep.
Yep.
If we could go to 0607, we could do 1 jump and then just shoot the bomb from there.
Oh, that's true. Who controls the blue line, Peter?
this is like uncharted area.
Now,
This isn't a space lane between that and.
Well, we don't need a space lane. We can just shoot it out with a pilot roll.
Yeah, so we could fly. We could make 1 jump and to an uncharted territory, and then just shoot it from there.
There's also 0506. That's not connected to anything. Shoot it from there as well. Wait,
True.
let me check something here real fast. Don't see it any of those places listed as Sindhu control, but we do know Sindhu operates in those areas because of memoration. And we've seen the capital ships in this area. Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter at the moment. The first things first, we have to get the bomb working here.
So I think if we go to an uncharted territory, we're less likely to kind of get publicity, and we don't have to worry about like running into people or anyone seeing the Winnebago. We may run into, pirates or Sindhums doing their own patrols. But we would be able to be a little bit more discreet.
Peter, would I be able to get a stencil and some paint, and on the side of the Connex box, paint the words "Made in Sindhu" on it?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely paint and stencils here because they wanted to put Big Montana's.
Okay, I'm gonna paint "Made in Sindhu" on the box in the appropriate places and cover up anything that says otherwise.
Okay.
You could just write before BM fuck. And that'll be perfect. You don't have to change anything.
Right. I've never actually met Big Montana, but I feel like we are missing an opportunity for Big Montana to ride the bomb all the way down to the surface.
He probably would.
Well, my vision, it was going to be Betty, but
Betty isn't here. She could do it, and she wouldn't die either because you can't die if you're not here.
says who?
So I decided I was going to do a piloting intelligence check to program the course in, a talk check, charisma, to encourage Auri as he's doing his job, and then a shoot check to, because I can anticipate where the automated defenses might be.
Okay.
And avoid the obvious firing lines.
Okay.
And then my rolls were 11 on the piloting check, 8 on the talk check, and 13 on the shoot check.
Do you use Dex with shoot?
Yes, I did. I can use wisdom if you prefer that, since I am sort of intuiting.
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't know which one you used, so I was just writing it down. Okay.
I am going to use a charisma perform check to motivate Auri and make sure he's comfortable and, he's having completely relaxed while doing this because it's very dangerous. Then I'm going to do a wisdom notice check to see if he's made any mistakes inside of there, oh, look out, Auri, you're going to go ahead and click those two wires together and you don't want to do that kind of thing. And then I will do a dexterity exert roll to help Auri with, getting the pieces into place, move anything heavy that has to be moved, anything like that.
All right.
And you need my rolls.
Yeah, I do.
That's a 10 for perform. That is a 12 for notice. That is a hustle point for exert. That's a lot better. That is a 12 for exert. No, 13. Sorry. 13.
All right.
You're getting a massage, Auri. You're good.
What's the so how do I know which skills are associated with which stat?
Technically, you could switch them up. They are sort of by base, they're sort of associated with a particular skill, but you can kind of apply, just like you could do a dexterity athletics check in theory in 5e. You could do exert dexterity or exert strength.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or exert constitution.
Right.
You could do, for example, a fixed dexterity because you have to be careful how you're moving around the object and things like that.
So I'm gonna do a program roll, a no roll, and a fix roll. So program is going to use dexterity because my fingers are super agile and quick and can hit those keys like no other.
Okay, Auri, you're doing great. I believe in you.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to get everything on one screen here. Okay, there we go. And then for fix, I'm going to I believe the bomb was in some disrepair, so I'm going to patch it up. Because when we got it, it was So I'm gonna patch it up so that it's back and it's operational again. And with that, I'm going to use charisma.
And what are you going to use for no?
For no, I'm going to use intelligence, and for
Okay.
no, it's knowing how to fix the bomb because it requires some specialized knowledge.
Okay.
All right. So for program, we've got 9 plus 2 plus 0 is 11. For fix, which is using charisma, we got 11. And for no, which is using intelligence, we've got 6 plus 1, 7. If I use a hustle point, do I have to take that roll, or I get my choice between the two?
I'll give you the choice since.
All right, so I'm gonna use a hustle point just to see if I can get better.
Okay. All right.
Aren't you also an expert as well?
Oh, that's right, I am. So let me read. I will use my expert to roll that. Thank you. That's a 8, so slightly better.
Now you can use the hustle point.
I will use my hustle point to see, can I get better than an 8? I mean, this is do or die here, and by die I mean millions. Yeah, that's not gonna win. So we'll leave with the 8.
Lori's lack of clothing was a bit distracting, wasn't it?
That was there was a bead of sweat dripping down her breasts, and it just for a moment distracted me.
What, you mean these? A man.
All right. So we have made our skill checks.
Did we make the target number, or did we make a degree of success?
Well, you had to beat
Oh, not
100.
no.
Captain Aries, if you want to use a hustle point for your talk charisma, which was at 8, you can, or you can choose to save it. I don't know what you'd be saving it for, but
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll try again. 12.
all right. So you have done all the checks, spent probably at least a couple hours working on this meticulous plan. Auri, you get a message from the curator, wants to know when you're coming to pick her up.
What time is it?
Like 7:30.
Do you have a date?
Oh shit!
I do have a date. I was gonna pick her up at 8.
What could be a better date than you go ahead and blow up a planet?
Right. Can you tell her that you're very sorry, but you really have to commit genocide tonight, and so you have to reschedule?
Auri off committing genocide, then he gets a phone call. Babe, come over. I can't. I'm committing genocide, but my parents aren't home.
So I'm gonna call her after we kind of get things going.
Okay.
So
Sure. Once we set the bomb off, no reason not to go on your date. You'll find out what happened in the morning.
Yeah, we're all gonna know in the morning anyway, so who cares?
So I'm gonna give her a call.
Okay. Oh, Auri.
Hey, quick question. Where are you? Where is your place?
Please
I
not
realize I
Sindhu. Please
said I
not
was gonna
Sindhu.
pick
Please
you
not
up.
Sindhu.
Oh, you know the golden system.
Give me a D10 roll.
No, don't. It's Sindhu.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna make D12s great again. Do I have 10?
Why should I be rolling this?
5.
Okay. Give me another D10 roll.
One.
I'm currently in the business system.
Oh. That's great.
It's great. So happy for you.
How long is this gonna take? You guys think?
Let's see. So that's 1 hour. Then we can go 2 hours. Then 3 hours. Well, we can deploy the bomb in 1 hour, but it will take about 3 hours to get to the business system.
So I didn't plan very well to make it in time.
Somehow I think you know this speech really well.
I can be there in 4 hours, but I'm not sure what your sleep schedule is like. So I can show up at midnight, or I guess 11:30, or we can postpone till tomorrow.
I don't sleep much.
11:30 it is.
Oh, she's totally gonna put out on a first date, dude.
I mean, she is planning on meeting up with you at around midnight. So
Yeah.
Late night booty call at the Curio.
right.
Auri who gets a booty call with everyone.
Oh.
Sorry, Harem. I got bigger fish to fry.
That's okay. We understand.
Yeah, Glory may be okay with this, but I don't know how Josh is going to take it.
We're running a little. I'm running a little behind. I'll be there around 11:30. I apologize, but I promise there's a very good reason.
Yes, I know. There's a lot going on.
Yes. I'll fill you in more when we get there.
You better believe we've been working all day.
On the call, she would see like Auri's kind of, his hair is disheveled. He's got like, I mean, programmers don't really get greasy except for lack of showering, but maybe he's got lack of showering grease.
Behind you in the background is Glory's sweaty cleavage.
Oh boy.
I can't help it.
And I would like, oh, don't worry about her. She's just Glory. She's one of my harem.
The best one.
it's a long story. But you know, we can talk more about it in a little bit.
Auri, where are you going?
We can talk about openings in my harem when I get there.
So I heard you're looking for a job, curator.
Instead of us getting the jobs, now you're getting the job.
Now chicka bow wow.
So, I'll see you at 11:30 then.
Yes.
Good. Talk to you. See you then.
Okay.
Look.
All right.
I was really. I mostly called the curator because I was worried that she lived on Sindhu.
I didn't even think of that, and I was like, I wonder where. Oh, I probably should roll. Yeah. So we do have actually one more set of rules. All right, Josh, give me a roll of D10.
8. Oh, I'm sorry. In metric, that's 8. In imperial, that's 15.
Okay. Kurt, give me a D10 roll.
2.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to.
Did we say 0506?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. So give 0. Okay. Okay. It's either 050 or 0607 or is it which? You guys tell me which one it is. And yes, it does matter.
It is the pilot. 0607 could be good. And the blue line is anarchy, correct?
I guess it's
a blue line.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine. Okay, it's kind of aqua.
Yeah, the aqua bluish.
That's kind of a space lane.
And we're in the charm system.
Yeah.
And the charm system is Sister of Karma, correct?
No, it is one of those systems that is not uncharted, but nobody regulates.
Okay. Does it have a strong Sindhu presence in the system or not?
No, it doesn't.
The blue line should be safe enough, but 0506 could also be a good place to go.
I guess I'm keen on 0506 over 0607 just because it's off of the main route.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where I would go.
Oh, Auri, you're so smart.
Oh, I know.
0506?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need somebody to roll a D12.
All right.
And then I need a pilot roll from our pilot.
I've been waiting all night to roll a D12, unless someone else is rolling it.
No, roll the D12. Make D12s great again.
5.
Okay, good. It wasn't a 12.
So that's how many Sindhu battleships are waiting on the other side.
Because 0607, there was a chance you'd run into something, because there was something in there at one time.
My pilot roll was a 10.
Okay.
It's a 9 to go to an uncharted, non-existent system.
I was hoping you'd answer that question for me. Because I was trying to find it.
It's a 9, or it's a 9 plus 1 for each additional point over, so it would be a 10 maximum.
Okay. So, yeah, you managed to get there. Now we just have to...
Roll initiative.
No, we got to solve this one other thing that you were rolling for. Sorry, I was not ready for this.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, we just decided to blow up Sindhu and just call it. Let's just end it. You know.
Call it a day.
Let's just end this Sindhu. These Sindhu people keep being problems. Let's just destroy the whole planet.
Ah, shit.
And then we can tell Big Montana how he defeated Sindhu with taking no casualties.
Oh, Josh is going to be so upset.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, there was only one reason we weren't deploying Sindhu, and that was because one other player. Everyone else was all for nuking them.
Yes, he was from Sindhu.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think that's the difference between Backdoor Boogie and Wholesale War. Is we'll bring war wholesale.
Yeah.
We do it on the cheap.
Okay, here's a strange question. Is there a site that lists the spells by class, you know, like by schools of magic?
What game?
5e.
D&D Beyond does it, if you have an account. You have...
Mike's spell list lists things. Well, not by class and by school, but Mike's spell list does list things by school.
You don't have D&D Beyond, do you, Peter?
I can try to pull up Mike's spell list.
Okay. Yes, I actually do have an account. I mean, a free one.
Yeah,
Free.
it should let you go to the top area, game rules, and then spells.
Yep.
Actually, also the 5th edition SRD has them by school as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there we go. Oh, nice. This is exactly what I'm looking for. What the fuck?
Oh. Daddy,
Okay.
are you okay?
Oh, that's pretty easy. All right. Who hadn't rolled yet? I had somebody roll a D10 and somebody rolled a...
Oh, we all rolled D10s.
Yeah, we all rolled D10s.
I rolled a D12, though. So.
And
I think it was
rolled a D12.
John.
I rolled a 2 on my D10.
Right.
And
And
8 on mine.
you got 8. So it's Auri. Give me
Auri
a
roll.
D4 roll.
Uh-oh. TPK.
2. You destroyed 2 planets.
Level 5. Level 5.
That's true. How many XP do we get for all the genocide?
How many XP is a Sindhu civilian?
Even if it's just 1, there's got to be enough of them there for that to be a couple levels.
Yeah, dude, you know, if you kill enough boars,
Kill enough chicken, you'll be fine. How much XP is each Sindhu drone? Then multiply that by about 6,000, and that's how much we have for that alone.
That would actually be funny if the next time we met Big Montana, we nuked Sindhu and we're level 13.
Didn't you know we're playing XP, not milestone in this game? You know, nuking Sindhu, would that be considered a milestone, or is that not a big enough event? I'm sorry, I only accept level ups on the destruction of 4 systems.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well, that's good. I'm glad I could find that. All right, you spike into the unknown area of space 0506. They're just faint stars out here. Who is there anybody who works the engine? Is there any of the harem that works in the engineering?
Wasn't it Lori?
yeah, Lori. Oh, she's got the HVAC thing, which I would imagine
Yeah.
would fall in engineering.
Okay. So you enter the meta-dimensional space, boom, you are there. You have to wait 1 hour in order to spike again, at least send the clam shack to its destination.
Mhm.
Oleander is scrambling to get this insurance taken care of because he's on a time crunch.
Taking pictures of the clam shack to show there's no damage and everything.
The next campaign is about insurance fraud or some shit.
Call of Cthulhu insurance fraud.
That'll be the next adventure after this, is having to bust him out of prison, out of that Sindhu prison for insurance fraud.
Lori contacts you or she says, you want to come down here and look at this spike drive?
Sure. Ori will, confused and a little concerned, go down to her.
Darling, do you want me to come with you?
The more the merrier. I prefer being surrounded at all times.
So you go down into the engineering room, which probably doesn't take very long. And the spike drive with the converter and the red crystal that's attached to it is behind some plexiglass. And she points, and you can see the room is covered in some kind of like black pitch that's growing inside the room.
What is it?
I've never seen this before. This is the first time using this crystal.
Do I notice the crystal doing anything strange besides just growing in there?
No,
does
you
it
see.
look like it's siphoning power, or
Nope.
does it look happy or sad? What's its emotional state?
Do you want to give it let's say tab insight notice? You want to notice to see if the.
I would love to make a notice roll because that's one of the skills I actually picked for this character. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I found one of my good rolls. That's what it was. That's a 12 total.
And what are you trying to notice?
I'm trying to notice, does it seem to be aggressive, hostile, sentient, thinking for itself?
Is it going to prevent us from spiking out of here under our own power once we send the clam shack away?
Does it prefer Chick-fil-A or KFC?
It's definitely moving, and you do know that the Winnebago is not known for its tight seals and rooms and stuff, and it's beginning to come underneath the door.
Master, look there. Now point to it.
Uh-oh.
Should I get a gun?
Do I know it? Have I heard anything about this sort of thing, or is this like just completely foreign to me?
If you want to give me a no roll, well, no. Since why don't Lori give me a no roll, since she would be the one. Since you may. Yeah, you're trained in that, right?
What, me?
Yeah.
In what exactly? Fix?
Any? Are you trained in no?
I have notice, I have perform, I have exert, and I have shoot.
Okay, so no and notice. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, go ahead, Ori. No, you can, as you check the.
That's a 4 plus or 5 plus 1, 6. It's a 6.
Okay. You would know as a programmer that there is a way to sweep stuff out off Space Bay and the space internet. A lot of this stuff is redacted, but you get you find a couple posts about pilots complaining of like black tendrils growing from these spike drives that have the black crystals. These are not black tendrils. This is like ooze. This is like solid black ooze.
Can I take it out? So I'll try to detach the crystal.
You are going to enter the room.
It's in the sealed plexiglass
So
thing.
the spike drive is in a room by itself.
Yep.
And the door isn't really sealed at the bottom too well, and it's coming out from underneath the door. You can try to open the door and go in and take the crystal out if you wish.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that because I have no idea what to do with this ooze. if so, like I guess, does the ooze look like it's like burning things?
No, you don't see any. There's no smoke or anything like that. No.
Okay. I'm going to before I do that though, I'm gonna like reach down and like gently touch the ooze.
With a glove or your hand?
With a well, I would try. I guess I would if there was like be like a rag or something around.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to like use that, like cover it with my hand, and like try to like pick some up.
Yeah, you just pick some up and it's like it's real viscous and where you've picked it up from, the floor looks normal.
So then I'll just like touch like as it's dropping. I'll like kind of touch it with my bare finger.
Okay, it doesn't
I'm
burn.
gonna grab the flamethrower.
It doesn't burn or anything like that. It kind of sticks to your finger.
All right. So that being said, I'm gonna try to open up the door now, and I'll just trudge through the ooze.
Okay, so you're just walking in there. Your feet are going. It's all covering this room.
I'm gonna head over to the crystal.
Okay.
Presumably, there's a way to like lift the plexiglass.
Yeah, I mean the crystal's sitting there. You just pick it up.
So I'll like detach it.
Okay. You have the red crystal. Yes.
Does it look like so when I go in, was there ooze coming out of it, or like where does it look like the ooze is just kind of growing by itself?
Yes.
I'll leave the crystal out for now. And I'm gonna like try to like look around this room to see if I can find like see if there's like a starting point like of where like the ooze began. Like it's everywhere, but was there like is there kind of like a direction, like
a point of origin?
Yeah.
You can try notice.
That's a 7. Is using intelligence.
It doesn't look like it came. There's no obvious point of origin.
Okay. So how fast is it growing?
Pretty fast.
Where is the? So I'm gonna head back to Glory and
Holds flamethrower.
be like, do you remember where our airlocks are?
I do. I think I know where most of them are. What do you have in mind?
Look, this stuff is growing. I can't tell where it is. Clearly, you can step in it, so it's not like caustic or anything. Maybe, but it's growing fast. We need to try to divert this ooze somewhere. So maybe we could divert it to the closest open door, or to an airlock, and then just like at like intervals, like just dump it out into space when it fills up the airlock.
How would we divert it there exactly?
You're muted.
Oh, I am?
No, I was. I was going to say essentially the same thing. What are we going to dig a trench?
How are we going to divert it?
Maybe we could find some boxes, kind of build a pathway.
Well, we should try this first. And Captain Aries raises his void carbine and shoots the ooze.
Okay.
I
got a 20 to hit and 12 damage.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I mean, it hits it. It sort of absorbs the energy.
My turn. I have no idea what that does.
So is it actual plexiglass? Is he going to melt our plexiglass around our spike
No, I'm
drive?
just burning it on the ground because the plexiglass is open right now. The door's open.
Yeah, it's coming through underneath the door. It's into the engineering room. Ori, you don't wear shoes, do you?
I don't what?
You don't
Wear
wear
shoes.
shoes.
No.
So this stuff is all over your feet. And it begins to like fall off as you are walking around.
Like the ooze falls off or my feet fall off?
Like the ooze falls off.
Your feet begin to fall off. You kind of roll a notice check to see if you notice it.
Does it like slide off, or is it like kind of jump off, or
It comes off in like chunks. As you walk around a little bit, it just kind of falls off into chunks.
So is there any place on the ship we could go that where we would be safe, and then we just evacuate, like turn the rest of the ship into a vacuum?
I mean, I'm sure you could isolate yourself in the bridge.
yeah? We might as well. Is there? Can we? Did we send the bomb off yet?
No.
No, this is the hour beforehand.
Gotcha. Well, let's seal off better than Betty's room, and also.
Well, we moved the bomb back to the crab shack.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we'll make sure that doesn't get touched. And then yeah, let's hole up in the bridge and try to just clear this out.
Okay.
I have a question for you too.
Go ahead.
How does this thing react to heat? Like if I hold a lighter up next to it, what does it do?
It still moves forward. It's still moving. Instead of like bubbling up, it kind of gets low to the ground. It kind of doesn't really react too much. There's a little bit of reaction.
Then we also have the freezer nearby, if I'm not mistaken. If I were to open up the freezer, the cooling coil area, and have the coldness approach the thing, what would it do? How does it react to hot and cold?
It just moves a little bit slower.
Okay.
So would I
Turn
be
the
a little
HVAC
concerned?
way down.
Yeah.
Well, once the entire rest of the ship is exposed to the vacuum of space, it will get cold.
Yes.
A little bit.
But I am concerned that if we're isolated on the bridge, and you haven't put that crystal back, we're gonna have to come back here and put the crystal back, and the ooze may still be here. The entire compartment may be flooded with ooze for all we know at that point. So maybe we should leave the crystal in so we can jump out of here.
That's fair. I was thinking that maybe this crystal was where the ooze was coming from, but
It's almost certainly this thing we've never seen before is because they installed this damn crystal drive. So, but I don't know that we have a way out of here other than using the drive again.
that's fair. So I can I'll go to reinstall the crystal, like trudging through the ooze, and put it back.
Okay, yeah, it sticks to your feet. I mean, the stuff is sticking to your feet, and you put the crystal back in.
So I'm probably by now, I've almost done with Diamond Quartz's 50 tape video set.
Mm-hmm.
On how to be a psychic level 1.
Mm-hmm. You are.
So at this point I've probably read or at least watched the video or videos on trend teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
would I have come across anything in this video set about teleporting objects, or is it just myself?
It's you and the object. You can't just no, you can teleport things.
It just occurred to me, what if we go to the bridge and we seal it off and we evacuate the atmosphere from the rest of the ship, and then Lana teleports back?
That's okay. She has her power armor. It's good for 48 hours.
So would I be able to, with at least with Diamond Quartz's self-guided learning, would I be able to try to teleport a portion of this ooze off and teleport it somewhere else?
Okay, give me a percentage roll.
Yeah, you are on power armor, aren't you?
Let's see. I think that's an 8.
2 zeros and an 8.
So explain to me how you get into this state, the psychic state of mind.
So Diamond Quartz, 4 psychics, each one is a little bit different. They need some sort of, so there's like some sort of focus that's needed. For Diamond Quartz, it used to be something else, and then it became bean beer, which is why he was so big into it and why his whole colony was. But for Auri, the focus is glory.
Okay.
So he gets into it, but he makes eye contact with Glory, and there is this intense stare, but not in like a scary way, but in like in a beautiful intensity, like a very bright violet on a summer day. And as their gaze locks and the intensity grows, like a kind of a blue sheen kind of goes over Auri's eyes, and that's him, as he's getting into his happy place, and then that's how he gets into the state where he can call upon his power.
Okay.
And then he just imagines this ooze, and then he imagines ooze in space.
All right. Auri, give me a D4 roll.
4.
That's how many limbs you lose.
So you drift off and open your eyes. You are on a mountain. It is cold and the wind, and it's snowing. You are next to a pyramid.
And I'm like, God damn it. Do I recognize this pyramid?
No. It has a door. It is closed.
Is there any sort of sign of life at the pyramid?
There's a mailbox, and there's a little box that's got flowers that are growing.
What does the mailbox have a name on it?
It says DQ plus GK.
I'll go and knock on the door.
It opens. Lana, Auri, what are you doing here?
It's a good question. I finally completed your videotape series.
Oh, outstanding. That's congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you. It's ingenious to make each tape longer than the last. But sometimes you just got to put in the hard work if
Yeah.
you want to get the results.
You got to hire the right marketing people.
Also, genius on using bean beer as your focus.
Yeah, I was good for something.
Yeah, I imagine Mr. K is your focus now, since you maybe don't have as much bean beer around here, or
Yeah.
might have been hard to get.
He's currently tiling the bathroom.
Very handy.
Not really, no.
At least he tries.
Well, of course, it's the effort that counts. What is on your feet?
I was actually I didn't intend to come here. There was this ooze, this black ooze protruding from the crystals.
Oh yeah, those crystals, they're trouble.
So I was trying to teleport it out of our ship.
Oh, okay. And you ended up here. It could be worse.
Yes.
Could I see some of that on your feet? That ooze there.
Sure. And Auri will because he will lift up his foot and kind of pull it in a very flexible way.
Yeah, he scoops it off, starts to sniff it, and then he starts rubbing it on his hands, puts it on his face. This is a lot like the exfoliant I used to get. This is quite a find you have here.
What is this?
And he reaches up and starts to peel some of it off and drops to the ground. Appears to get away dead skin.
Does it grow by itself?
I don't know. It shouldn't.
What's it made out of?
It's obviously magical, which is trouble. But magical exfoliating cream is something that I easily could market. Now, where'd you say you put this?
Well, I was just trying to get it out in space, but I'm gonna look back to where I was. When I landed, I noticed there was a bunch of. Did I notice all of the ooze with me? Or,
Oh, you look around and you just see clouds. You're somewhere completely else.
Well, it's probably back on our ship. Looks like I wasn't successful in getting it to come with me.
Well, it's obviously an exfoliant. It's harmless. It prevents skin from being dead and decayed.
Well, it's good to know.
Applied daily, you should be fine.
I have a date tonight, so I will apply it before my date.
That is a very wise choice.
I'm sure she'll be quite appreciative.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless you have anything else.
Well, yeah, I'm. Has Lana passed through here?
Yeah, it's Lana. Lana went to Azorda Atrix to assist with her other group there. They are in dire need of assistance, and she felt that she could be best use there.
Oh, well, that, all right. Well, I guess that was news to me. She just kind of disappeared.
Well, she didn't have a lot of time to decide. I mean, she had to do it quick, hurry like.
Fair. All right. Well, we'll probably get back. We're about to end this Sindhu thing once and for all.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, shouldn't be troubling us anymore, or the rest of the sector.
It sounds like a plan. That's good. About time.
Yep. We shall know peace. At least for a few minutes.
Yeah. Did you notify any of our friendlies there that happened to be on Sindhu so they could leave if you're going to do something drastic?
How do I notify friendlies on Sindhu without notifying Sindhu?
That's a good question. That's definitely a predicament. I'm sure you're creative. You come up with a way.
We haven't notified them. Can see what we can do, but you know, guess no guarantees.
Well, you could use your powers now that you have got the access to psychic abilities. You could just probably send a psychic message to them.
I could do that, assuming that. Well, I intended to bring the ooze here, and that didn't pan out. So I guess I'm a little wary of my psychic abilities at this point. If I'm going to be trying to send psychic signals into enemy territory.
Yeah. Yeah, they may pick up on it. Well, whatever you decide, I'm sure it'll be for the best. And if you can get some of that cream back, I'd appreciate it.
How many friendlies do we have on Sindhu?
Everyone outside the walled city is usually considered friendly. I mean, they're just poor victims of Sindhu, but, you know, what do they say about the omelet breaking eggs or something? There's some sort of analogy here. I'm not sure.
Well, that's fair. All right. All right. Well, you know, we'll see you later.
All right. Good luck to you.
Give my regards to General K.
I will.
And I'll go back to the mountaintop and see if I can imagine the ship.
Yeah. So you're when you landed, you were on the mountain.
Yeah.
And the pyramid is right here.
Oh, okay.
So you're right outside the door. So the door closes and you imagine yourself back on the ship. You are back on the ship. Open your eyes. You are there.
Auri, are we having a moment?
We were. I was just diamond quartz. This oozes face cream, so I'll go and take some up and put it on my face, and then slowly peel it off.
All the reports from the engineering room is all the ooze is now in space, just floating, slowly freezing.
No.
Well, at least it stopped growing. So I'll go back to the bridge where presumably Captain Aries is at.
Check the bathroom again.
Okay. All right.
You're muted.
On to you, Captain.
Said I wouldn't go in there. I'd give it a good half hour.
At least. That bathroom violates the Space Geneva Convention on Chemical Weapons.
So it turns out, I spoke with Diamond Quartz briefly. He said Lana went to, what system was it?
Is it Azorda Atrix?
Lana went to Azorda Atrix to help out Backdoor Boogie.
Good, I'm glad to be rid of that harlot.
Doesn't actually sound like her. I didn't think that was what she wanted to do.
Yeah, I mentioned something along those lines, and he just said that she didn't have a whole lot of time to make a decision. But anyway, Diamond Quartz did mention that there are a lot of friendly. Anyone outside the walled city on Sindhu are not. They're just civilians.
But I was sure there were going to be a lot of people who are just under the thumb.
Yeah, so.
Auri, the only friends you need are those of us here on this ship right now. Don't worry about those Sindhu people.
I don't know the details of how the bomb works or what it will do to the planet exactly, but I like to think that it'll be mostly painless for them.
Hopefully.
How familiar are you with the inflict wounds spell from 5th edition? Ray of sickness, enfeeblement.
Okay, we approach 0 hour. You at this at any moment you can spike drive the Danos clam shack into the golden system and detonate the bomb.
Who wants to push the button?
I push the button.
No hesitation, and it takes off. It has spiked.
Bye-bye.
So Auri will put up on the screen Spacebook, Spitter, and Splitch, and Spinstagram. All of them, just so we can have it on live feed, and spread it, so that we can have the live feed of seeing when stuff comes in.
Auri, we can't wait. We have to get you to your date.
Yes, let's go.
He's got a date to cash, man. We're out of here.
All right.
So what is the best route to get there?
Oh, probably from 506.
The Cloud?
Well, Cloud is a Sindhu partial. Yeah, we can go to Cloud, though, and then from there we can hit 0403, and then from there, business.
Okay, so you jump into cloud system.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
So do I make a piloting check? Or is it only when we're jumping into uncharted sectors?
Yeah, give me a piloting check.
That is a 7. So not that good.
I mean, it's not your best navigation, but you managed to get to the cloud system. It takes you like 10 minutes or so to try to orient yourself, to try to figure out exactly where you are. Ahead of you, you see a purple nebula.
Does it look like the face cream?
No, it doesn't.
Go
So
inside the nebula.
maybe the whole galaxy was being invaded by the face cream. The whole and only Sindhu can defeat the face cream.
Only Mary Kay can be defeated by Sindhu.
And as you realize, you look around as you see the nebula ahead of you, you realize that you've spiked inside of it. It was hard to determine at first, but you realize you are in the purple nebula as the scanners start to go kind of haywire, in and out.
Then I would try to start making my way out of the nebula. Or we could just hide in here until the spike drive's ready to jump again. But I don't know what the nebula is going to do to the outside of the ship. It is not very ladylike, Lori.
I thought that you would have learned better by now.
It takes time.
So the ship.
I am making my way out of the nebula.
Okay, so you are moving your way out. You're picking up. It's still like kind of purple haze in front of you, and the scanners go out and they come back in. They go out, come back in, and then you pick up a blip on your screen and you feel the ship kind of drifting towards this blip that is now on the radar. There's some kind of gravity or tractor beam that is pulling now on the ship.
Guys?
Yeah, I would start steering away from that. if it's gravity, we should be able to steer away from it.
You realize it's got to be some kind of
Unless it's like
gravitation.
a black hole.
No, it's not a black hole. So emerging in the purple nebula is something that looks like this.
Samurai pizza cats.
Does it look familiar?
No, it does look metal. It looks like it's made of some kind of steel. The big circles look like windows. It is tinted yellow.
I don't know if I want to run into that thing, but it doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
Can we pull away from it?
Give me a pilot check.
Can I shoot the tractor beam to disable it?
15.
With that pilot check, you manage to break away from whatever tractor beam this thing was on and begin to pull away from it. Let us roll initiative. Uh-oh. We will go to ship combat.
Do I roll for the ship?
Whoever's the captain of the ship rolls for the ship. Who's taking the captain role?
7.
My dice. I need the dice. I don't need that one.
Glory, I guess we'll jump on the guns.
The reason why you don't prepare for these sessions. Anything can happen. You go first.
Which page is ship combat on?
It starts on 114. But then the actions are on 117.
Gotcha. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
I also have to look up what we can do.
117 is what we want to do.
So Auri will jump on comms. Lori is doing gunner.
Yeah, I'll do gunner. I'm a better shot than her.
Glory will hop into engineering, and Nori will be on the bridge.
So yeah, I'm going to go above and beyond and use my piloting skill to stay ahead of this tractor beam, which I assume they're still trying to catch us with. And I got a 9, so that's a success. So we get 3 command points.
Do we only have one gun?
2. We have the flak cannon as well as the flak emitter battery.
So, Lori, you're Glory, right? Or are you Lori?
I'm Glory.
Yeah. So Lori, sorry, you're muted, Peter.
Can't even remember how long have you been together? Can't even remember her name. Well,
At least a week.
Yeah, jeez.
Lori's going to so she could boost the engines with 2 command points, so that we can increase our ship speed by 2 if you guys want to try to get away.
I think that we've already done above and beyond, which is the bridge pilot action.
It would be engineering.
Yeah, but I mean by Kurt doing the bridge pilot above and beyond, we can't actually. That's all you can do for that round is that one thing. So we can't speed away then without a pilot roll to attempt to.
No, engineering boost engines is a fix skill.
Yeah, yeah. And that increases our speed by 1 for this turn, correct?
2.
For 2 turns?
It increases our speed by 2 for...
By 2.
Right, until the start of the ship's next turn.
The ship's next turn is when Kurt can go again. And Kurt's already done above and beyond as the bridge action, and the bridge is the pilot in this game.
I guess I'm not following, because it boosting engines.
Right. So it increases the speed, but then it would still take some piloting check to make use of that extra speed.
the pilot has to do something to make use of speed.
You can't just like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's not just like
We don't gain anything.
the engines just go faster.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So Lori will just do her duty. And how about so we could either like from like a comms, we could either I mean some of these sound kind of nice, like crashing systems or any attack spider should get hit by a bonus or defeat ECM.
Well, my thing gave us 3 command points.
Lori gave us one. So
Lori gave us 1?
Yeah, because she did her duty.
Sure. Okay.
So if we use the 3 that I generated, we could like fire all guns.
So we'll have 4 total. So then I guess I could do it in my duty as well, and then we have 5.
You could also go above and beyond as well with your program.
But yeah, then we wouldn't have anybody else to use it. So
we still have the gunnery action. And we also have the captain action, which Kurt needs to do at some point. And I think all you can do is do your duty as the captain for your rated pilot.
Gotcha. I guess I'll just do my duty then. So we have 5 command points.
And then we have the gunnery action and the captain action. Who is the captain of taking the role of captain?
I assume I am.
Okay, then all you can do is do your duty to build up additional command points.
Okay.
So that's a total of 6, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will fire 1 weapon, and I will do the targeted systems. And I'm going to let's target the engines of the vessel. If that's all right, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 16 plus 7 minus 4. So 19 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm shooting at the engines with the first shot. Now they should be disabled, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you see a big chunk piece blow off and start to drift.
Okay. And how many weapons does it look like this ship has?
Right? Yeah, there are no obvious weapons.
No obvious weapons. Can I see the tractor beam?
Yes, you could locate it.
Then I'm going to fire 1 weapon, target systems, name for the tractor beam. Net 20 on that one.
All right. Roll damage.
Do I roll damage with this? Because I'm technically just disabling the system, so it shouldn't deal any damage. Oh, on a hit deal, half damage.
Oh, okay. So just give me a D100 roll then.
72 for the D100.
Okay. Give me a D6 roll.
1. And that's also 5 damage from the first shot. And,
okay.
4 damage from the second.
Yeah, the tractor beam, whatever they had, has been blown apart. And the pieces are just everywhere. So this station, is that your all's turn?
I think that's everyone on the ship.
As the Winnebago flies away.
Meanwhile, they were like, oh, good, a ship. We need to sell some Space Scout cookies. Then we just open fire.
We don't want your cookies here, bitch.
So these So as you blast away their tractor beam, these holes here open up, and these little fighter ships come flying out.
Oh, this is not Gouda.
Into a chevron formation, of course, and make their way to attack the Winnebago.
We are a ship of peace.
You start to hear, so your scanners are now picking up their conversation, like their radio, and you hear them say, "Yeah, this is the guys that we need to get. We remember this ship. We need them alive if you can." And they begin their attack.
No, they're Sicilian.
That's fail. 15, is that a hit? On the Winnebago.
On the Winnebago? I think we have an AC of 14, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't recall.
We have an AC of 14, that is correct.
All right, so there are 3 hits. 3 others miss. So you can
armor class of 2, whatever that means. For this.
Yeah, it goes through. Oh, you mean armor?
Yeah, armor.
Yeah, it goes through it.
Okay.
So the damage is 445. You can negate 1 of the damage with a crisis.
We have 20 HP.
I would assume you would negate the 5.
Yes, so. Kurt, what do you think?
Yeah.
So you take 8 damage. You have 1 crisis. Roll a d6.
5.
Roll a d4.
3.
Roll a new character.
The suspension system has been disabled.
Our ship has a suspension system.
Mm-hmm.
The meanest shock simulation.
Oh no, the hydraulics are gone. Whatever will we do?
So the retractable wings just won't retract anymore.
Oh, they're going down now, these motherfuckers.
All right, your turn.
Your orders, Captain?
Let's see. So, I mean, we could try to escape, but we have to get 4 command points to even begin that process.
That should be easy enough to do. If we all except one of us, the pilot, do our duty, we will have 4 command points.
So, since we can't hang in this firefight indefinitely with 6 of them shooting us at a time.
Yeah. Or at least 6 shots.
Right.
The Flak 88 would wreck these fighters, as far as I know, right?
The Flak 88 and the Flak emitter would both, you roll to attack twice and you roll damage twice.
Oh, then maybe that's the way out. Maybe we just fight them.
Okay. So just get me 6 command points again and I'll fire 4 shots.
Oh, we do have to deal with the crisis, though.
Yep.
Right.
Unless we don't care that our wings don't retract.
What are the effects of having unretractable wings, Peter? From this crisis?
I would say it would affect your. Well, it really wouldn't affect your. It would more affect if you were trying to land somewhere on a planet or something. Out here in 0, it wouldn't. Doesn't mean anything.
It does lower our morale because the sex appeal of this ship has gone down by about 20%.
I was really hoping you'd roll the flat tire, and I'll be like, "Well, it's a Winnebago. Yeah, it's probably a flat. Yeah, the tires are flat now."
Like how you're using the land vehicle crisis as opposed to the ship crisis.
Oh, I looked at the wrong chart. Uh-oh. Well, it is. It threw me off. It is a Winnebago.
You're looking for page 118.
So I will go above and beyond And rather than use my piloting skill again, I will use my shoot skill to try to anticipate where they're shooting and dodge out just before they fire. And I got a 10. So there's 3 command points.
I completely forgot that on the chart.
I'll just use the shit I made up. Why not? What could I have been?
And I'm going to do my duty by watching the, ensuring that the comm channels are open, and kind of by monitoring any enemy comms that might be coming in or that we could pick up.
Now, let me remind you as well, Dustin, that if you go above and beyond, you can use your ability check to, as long as you beat a 9 or higher, you can add your ability score level to command points +1 as well.
Yeah, but then we also, if it fails, then it
-1.
-1.
Always a negative.
But you're an expert, so you could choose something where you can roll 3 dice
Yeah, like program.
and something that you're good at.
Or choose to succeed.
I suppose. I didn't want to do above and beyond all the time because you could technically do that like every turn.
Just do above and beyond all the time. We have no choice here.
So I'm gonna try to intercept their communications, to try to ascertain whether or not their
intent.
Their intent. Well, know what their intent is take us down. But to see that command, see if I can figure out their coordination.
Okay.
Lot of firing solution for the main gun.
All right.
We only get 1 hustle point, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
But you are an expert, and this is technically a new scene.
Oh wait, okay. So I'm gonna re-roll that with my expert skill, which is much better. 9 + 1 + 2 is 12.
That beats a 9. So how many command points would that be? It's 1 plus your skill.
3.
Okay.
So there's 6.
Then we have engineering that can do something, and the captain can also do your duty.
Aren't we escaping combat? Oh no,
No.
We're shooting things.
Yeah. I guess engineering would just do their duty.
Look, my captain actually could also be support department gunner.
You can't do that though because you've already done a bridge action.
I see.
And once you do an action for any of the things, you can only do your duty with everything else.
Okay.
Glory, with having all the command points in the world, thanks to her friends, is going to fire all guns 1 time. And she's going to aim at the closest ship first with the 88.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus 7 to hit, 24. And that's 26. This. That's 11 damage.
Destroyed.
Then she's going to use the flak emitter battery on the next one. That's a 20, not natural to hit.
Yep.
9 plus 6, so
Destroyed.
15 damage. Then fire all guns again at the next ship in line. 26 to hit.
Hit.
That's 13 damage. And flak emitter battery on the next one. That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can fire the 1 flak gun 1 more time.
So this is the 5th attack.
Yep.
All right.
That's a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And That is 13 damage.
So the you manage to destroy 5 out of the 6 fighters as they just you hit them and they just crumple, ejecting the pilot inside. And they're just big mess.
Combat is so much easier when every attack has advantage and every damage dice you roll gets to be rolled twice.
So the last remaining fighter turns and does a loop and begins to dive for its last its lowly attack, and instead of firing all its multifocal laser, proceeds to ram the Winnebago. For Rizzo despair, and he crashes into the Winnebago.
I cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction, and oh.
Rizzo despair. The name of those rats that we killed, or at least we killed some rats named the despair rats.
It's disgusting. Bunch of rats. Were you exterminated for a while?
So is there any way to avoid this collision?
Not with a damage suspension.
Or did they do whiplash damage to the ship?
Okay, good. I did
because I do technically have like a warrior ability to just avoid being hit.
Yep, same here.
Yeah. So you don't take any damage on the inside. It is 6 damage or a crisis, which I will roll. You could roll on the right chart this time and not the wrong.
We have
That would leave
12
you with
HP, so we'd have 6. It's up to Captain Kurt.
I don't know what the crisis would do to us, so I say we take the damage.
This is going to be expensive to repair.
So, a big crunching noise.
Followed by a splat.
Yeah. It seemed like the armor on the Winnebago was a little bit tougher than the actual armor on this ship. You're up.
Shall we leave?
Yes, I think so. So we fly off.
Fuck them.
All right.
We need to get Dustin to his date.
Right.
Yeah, I can't deal with these rats. We have more important matters to attend to.
Auri's got to get laid again.
Like he doesn't every hour or two on the ship. Trust me, I know I'm glory.
This is, the strange. He needs this.
This is some fine gorn ass here. None of that human shit.
So you are spiking out of here to what's the next system?
Where'd we go?
We went
Cloud?
into cloud.
Yep.
So we could go to 0502, and then we're one jump away from business.
Isn't the spike drive rated higher than that?
I thought we had. Let me look at what you gave me here, Peter.
We upgraded the spike drive so we can make it to the murmuration system.
Let me take a look here at the notes we have available. Yeah, we might have upgraded it. I don't have it written down though here.
I think you.
Yes, let's head to business. It's a triple jump. We should be able to make it in one jump.
Got a 13 on my piloting check.
All right. Give me another D4 roll. Well, wait a second. You put the crystal back in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, another D4 roll.
4.
Okay.
Now 6 times you're going to roll 3d6s, and that's going to determine.
Wait. everybody gets to make a.
Physical, evasion, or mental.
It would be. Everybody gets to make a physical save.
That's a pass.
I failed.
17, needed a 12.
All right.
Definitely fail.
Oh no. So for those who failed, D6.
Ooh.
1.
4.
All right. You spike into the metadimensional space. 1, 2, 3 seconds. You end up in the business system. Or you come to, you realize you are blind. And Captain Aries, you are now deaf. You don't hear anything.
It's kind of a relief in some ways.
The little blessings in life.
I can't see.
I beg your pardon?
Glory. What are my eyes? What do they look like?
Look with your special eyes. How do his eyes look? Are they there?
Yeah, his eyes are there. He's just blinded.
You look fine. Can you... How many fingers am I holding up?
Can't see anything. Lord Mars, or Captain Aries.
Let down your hair. Don't move anywhere. Captain Aries, what's going on? What happened during the jump? Captain Aries? Can I see him moving at all, or is he just sitting there?
Yeah, I assume I'm just sitting there.
Are you dead? Captain Aries!
Captain Aries looks up and says, "You're on mute."
What are you talking about? Captain Aries, I'm talking right. Auri, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Captain Aries, Auri's gone blind. Am I that ugly?
At that point, I will start snapping my fingers and realize that I can't hear anything.
Are you okay? Can you understand?
Because I will, since I'm deaf, I will assume you're deaf. I point at my ears and then go.
You're deaf? Oh,
and then I make my way down to whatever our med bay is, so I can try to figure out what's going wrong.
I think Elmer's in charge of the med bay. Who's in charge of the med bay?
So who else? Nori is fine. Lori is wandering around, bumping into everything because she is blind now.
Lori, what are you doing?
Can't see.
Then stop moving around and come, take my hand, damn it. Lori, I'm coming for you. Don't move. Both you and Lori are blind, it seems. Here, both of you take my hand and let's go to the med bay.
Is it Kinky Thursdays already?
How can you... Your eyes look fine to me. I don't... And Captain Aries is deaf now. Oh no, everyone's losing their mind.
Hopefully they'll just pass. I mean, we must have done meta-dimensional space or something. So it usually is some sort of...
It's that crystal.
Something at the mind. It's like a body horrors for the mind or something like that.
I'm telling you, it's that crystal. Everyone said there's bad juju coming from it. Just look at the black stuff it brought out.
So there is the perfect beginning of a sitcom here where you go on your date blind, but pretend to not be blind.
Yeah. What you
Trying
could
to
say,
fake your way through it.
we could call next session Auri and his blind date.
When you get down to the med bay area, Elmo is in there.
Elmo, these two are blind. And he's deaf.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of. I assume we have some sort of medical scanner.
Yeah.
So I would be using that on my head to figure out why I can't hear, and to try to figure out if it can be reversed or will go away naturally or what.
You think that the effects probably it'll probably wear off in like 4 to 6 hours.
So, and then I would check out Auri and Lori.
Yeah, it's all the same kind of. It comes back the same scan. It doesn't know what the exact cause is, but it doesn't seem to be permanent.
Yeah, but Ori has like a date. So is there anything I could do to try to speed up his healing?
So I feel bad because I made you use a hustle point earlier. And, well, no. He's just going to have to go blind.
Going in blind.
It wouldn't be his first time. I can tell you from experience. Ori, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm sure Marceline will understand.
Aren't you going to go with the curator?
They're one and the same.
Shocking reveal. Well, okay, let's get the ship down. And do you need me to take you there?
Sure, I forgot. I assume I pulled the ship over, put it, in park, and then went to the med bay.
Yeah.
Pulled it over to the side of the road, got stuck in a ditch because we don't have suspension.
I would say, well, if you can just escort me to the ship, like the airlock, and I'll grab like a staff or like a piece of pipe that I'll use as like a feeler.
Here, take this. Betty left it lying around, and I hand him a missile launcher.
This doesn't feel. I like reach in and realize there's like a giant hole. And I'm like, this feels like a gun.
Well, Betty uses it all the time. I assume that's what she had it for.
Oh, like I put my hands out of the hole and I put it away.
What? Is there something you prefer?
Just a piece of metal, a steel rod will do.
Oh, here we go. And I'll hand him a plunger.
Probably a little short.
Given
Given how extensive our armory is, we must have like a sword cane.
Oh no. Oh no.
Did you add it to the armory?
Yeah.
I'll get Ori a pimp sword cane.
It's got a dog head with purple jewel eyes. So he uses that and he's kind of like feeling around. He's like, I can get used to this.
Come here, let's call her first to make sure she's ready to pick you up.
Well, I was picking her up.
Oh, are you going to be driving?
I guess she's going to have to drive now.
Do you want me to drive you there and back like a chauffeur?
Sure. I guess that works. I'm sure she won't mind.
What ship are you using?
Oh, we're in the crippled Winnebago still.
Okay.
Just check out my ride.
It's still like smoke pouring out of it from where we were shot up.
We still got a ship partially lodged in the side.
The whole thing's like shaking because the suspension's out.
Are you going to meet her on planet?
Yeah, maybe she has a ship that we can borrow.
Would you like to give her a call and ask?
Sure. That's a good idea. I'll.
What's her number?
I always just like looked at it.
Where did you keep it?
It's in this. It's in the computer system. We have like a call history.
Okay, and I'll open up the call history.
But like everybody know, also other people have called the curator before. Although that might be her 800 number, not her like personal number.
Are we getting charged every time we call the curator?
I mean, how else does she make money?
Or does she pay for all the contracts we do for her?
All right, so you're calling her.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
calling the 900 number.
All right, so you get the white screen with her in her white. Well, you're seeing this white. She's wearing like a white cloak with. There are no tubes coming out of her body, but she does have a dusky blue hairpin on her cloak.
I'm going to kneel down next to Auri and say, "She looks beautiful. Say how beautiful she looks."
We finally made it. However, it seems that the jump here. Well, we ran into a couple issues. One, we got attacked by the Despair brood. So I'm outside, but I'm also blind. Do you, if you're fine with our with this ship, then we can use it. It does have a ship lodged in the side though. It is not in the best of state at the moment.
I'll be fine, Ori. I can. Oh, are you okay?
I have I'm doing okay. I can't see metadimensional space sickness or something. Should wear off in a few hours, hopefully.
Okay. Well, if
But
it's
I made
okay,
it.
if everyone's okay for me to come onto the ship, then
Of course.
Yeah, I go outside with a crowbar to pry that other ship out and like a bucket and mop to clean off the rat.
so this ship begins to come close to yours. It looks like a tower of a castle.
Oh, she's a combat engineer.
And a walkway tube extends over to you, to the Winnebago. And she enters the airlock.
Ori, come on, she's coming on board. Come on. And I'll grab Ori and try and bring
I'll
her.
just part my hair, which I'm actually probably parting it the wrong way because I can't see. And then go meet her.
All right. She begins to take off her helmet and vac suit. She comes over to you. Ori, are you okay?
I'm great. I can. I know it's you because one, I can hear you, and two, you smell like lilacs in full bloom.
Mm.
It smells like hydras. I would say it's good to see you, but I can't see, so it's good to hear your voice and enjoy your scent for the moment.
Hey.
Well, let me show you around.
So it smells like hydraulic fluid or something.
That's probably the ships outside
Okay.
that hit our.
Yes, a tour. I've heard of these Winnebagos.
They're one of the finest class of ships. So though they are underestimated by most. But with the right kind of chutzpah, you can really make it a superior fighter.
Mm-hmm. So she leads you. I guess she would like grab your arm so you don't run into anything and kind of lead you around the ship as you tell her where to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tore the bridge. So when we get to the bridge, I'd imagine that some of the harem might be there.
Yep.
All of us just sharpening knives as she walks in.
So this is Auri, or this is Nori, Glory, and Lori.
Okay.
This is a gift. I was gifted gifted them by the warlord Rostov after one of the missions.
Oh, okay.
That we did. That you gave us. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, they were a gift of my personal harem. So.
Okay.
They're fairly friendly.
I believe we had to recover a little ship from Rostov.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Captain Aries.
Oh, the one I saw outside mopping.
Yes.
We've never met.
He can't hear right now. He's gone deaf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this bout of metadimensional side effects has been some of the worst, though it hasn't been the first I've experienced. I'm sure you're familiar with them.
Mm.
They've been playing
Yes.
with the red crystal.
Oh. Mm.
So yeah, that's basically all the people here. Hallcraith is skulking around somewhere.
Okay.
Betty was a member of our crew. Betty Bombardment. She's out on a retreat.
Okay.
So yeah, this is it. This is Wholesale War.
And this is Orlando. He's just here until we can get him a ship ride somewhere else.
Oh, I didn't roll for him.
For who?
Olander. He's fine.
And, yeah.
You didn't roll for Elmo then.
Yeah, I did. Elmo. Elmo is deaf.
Yeah, he couldn't hear us when we got into the med bay.
One of the doors to the rec room opens, and a disheveled-looking human comes out with no shoes, looking around. Corporal Callahan. He goes over and gets himself some space cola, and kind of looks around and goes back.
Didn't Lord Mars put him off the ship?
Nope.
Would you like him to be off the ship?
Well, I know if Lord Mars were here, he would like it.
That's not Captain Aries. That is not the way.
So I've met everyone. What is it? What should we do?
Well, I would say that we saw this very beautiful purple nebula, except that's where we got attacked last, so I'd probably wouldn't want to return there.
Yes, I've heard bad things about that nebula.
Yeah. So, I'd say we go to Dano's Clam Shack, but they're no longer in business.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, they went on to better things.
Okay. Well,
maybe we can go to a space drive-in.
okay.
I've heard there's a new movie out. Got good reviews. It's a documentary. It's called The Origin of Space.
Oh, okay.
So that one got 4.5 stars, which is pretty good.
Is that one of the Sindhu reviewers? Because I don't trust what they say.
No, it was a UPM.
Oh, Okay. Good.
Yeah, unbiased. I usually would read ICAAOS reviews, except those have been kind of gone to shit lately.
Yeah, they're not as good.
So you can do Origin of Space. We also, not as good, but it's more of an action movie, is Hidden by the Immortals. Or there's a rom-com that it came out called Chase of New Worlds. There's the thriller, of course, Caution of the Truth, which seems to be kind of a cult, like a budding cult classic in certain circles.
I would ask you which one you wanted to see, but I think the last one you said would be fine.
Caution of the Truth.
Yes.
Captain Aries isn't hearing any of this, so he doesn't understand that you're making plans.
Okay. So Lucia 4 is a research base, but they do get movies, and what they do is they project them on a projector onto the side of the base, and you just have to sit out there and watch them.
Let's go to Lucia 4 then. I think that's the closest one to here.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to a movie in I don't know how long. It's been some time.
Do you ever get out?
No. No, I don't.
Why not? Beautiful girl, you.
Well,
lilacs.
Well, there's a lot of treatments I have to go under, so that's why I never get out.
Maybe after the movie we can see what I can do to help restore some of your memories. I did finish Diamond Quartz's video set, and he in episode or tape 50, he mentioned that seeing sometimes can hide the truth. So you just need to feel, and by feeling you can find what is real and what isn't. So I'm pretty sure that even though I can't see right now, that I still can feel the truth, and therefore I would still be able to help.
You guys pull up in the Winnebago. They get ready to set the movie. There's a couple other ships here.
I don't know who's flying it because I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, who can fly this ship? You can put in the research base and it will auto there. It's not that far away.
Are we going to see a movie? Isn't that disrespectful since so many people are blind?
It's about the. Oh, I guess I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't talk to him to let him know.
I pull out my compad. Just say what you want to tell him.
Say, it's about the gesture, not about whether or not I can actually see the movie.
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
So I would say you are inside the Winnebago, like looking out a window, watching the movie?
Yeah, unless they've got like a space where you can kind of sit out like.
I assume we must have like folding chairs and you go on top of the Winnebago.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk out into to the dock area. No,
Sorry,
not
which
the
movie?
dock.
Which movie did you decide to go see?
Caution of the Truth. So yeah, it would be more like a small.
I'd probably take a folding chair and go to a different one then. I go to watch Space Jam, a timeless classic.
It's just a movie about a beekeeper who goes ahead and makes jam out in space.
So I would imagine like there's a little like closet with a ladder that goes up, and you open it up to get onto the roof with the various cargo and the weapons and the folding chairs, and you would don your vac suits. She looks at you and she says, I guess you would really want to see this movie. I mean, it's kind of no point in watching it blind, right?
I can hear it.
This was before talkies.
Well, let me try something. And she grabs you, and you feel her. Her.
Where's this going?
Bite your neck, like not like a vampire, but like bite it.
But her name is Marceline.
Her name is Marceline.
Now you two are gone.
Kind of like little needle bites. And she pulls away. And she's like, I'm sorry, but that should work.
Did you just bite me?
Yes.
Did we make it to first base?
I'm not really sure. And she helps you with your vac suit, and you grab your chairs, and as you walk up and you open to get on top of the Winnebago, you now can see.
Wow. How did that work? Are you psychic? But through
No.
your teeth?
No. But that's just for you. I'm not doing it to the rest of the crew.
Oh, good. I don't think they'd appreciate it nearly as much as I did. Is that a dusty blue pin?
Oh, yes, it is.
I've been looking for. I had one, and then it disappeared.
Mm.
And then I couldn't find it. They sold out.
Well, do you want this one?
I think it looks better on you. At least, I'll try to get another one. We can get a matching one later.
Okay, so you watch the movie in the lounge chairs. It's all that they said it was going to be, or not.
I like to imagine me and the other girls from the harem are just looking up angrily. Like, is Oz.
Man, I couldn't believe how the personal assistant fell in love with the main character. That was completely unforeseen.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise.
That was like Space Night Shyamalan level of surprise.
Mm.
I hear he does that. I hear he has these incredible plot twists.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can restore any of your memories.
Okay.
we can go back into take her back into the Winnebago, into Auri's room on the love, the heart-shaped bed.
Okay.
Glory kind of sulks out of the room when he sees you two together.
And I'll start channeling, but instead of making eye contact with Glory, it'll make eye contact with the curator.
Okay.
And the intense stare he's able to get into his trance. And I'm gonna try to like jump into her, like read her mind and like jump into it. And like I'm gonna imagine that I'm like I'm in a hallway. And in this hallway there is doors all the way down. And each of these doors, some of them are closed, some of them are open. And I'm going to walk down this hallway.
Okay. So you are walking down this hallway. You can hear your feet echo on the floor. You come to door number 1. Give me a percentage roll.
It's a 60. Or wait, no, that's an 06. So that's a 6, not a 60. Oh wait, yeah, that's a 6.
The door easily opens.
Do I see what's inside?
You walk inside, and in the distance you see a planet, and the planet starts to come towards you, and it's closer and closer. And then you're on the planet. It is desolate. Nothing is living here. And the wind blows, and you see like scraps of debris or garbage just get blown across this empty landscape. You hear voices, and there is a crowd of people coming. They're green lizard-skinned people. And they're being kind of like herded together by like 5 or 6 soldiers, maybe. They've got like sticks that look like they have like electrical charges, and they're zapping them and moving them forward. And then in the distance, you see a ship land, and they're pushing them forward, zapping them, pushing them forward. A small child kind of gets away from them and runs, and somebody reaches out and grabs them, and as they grab them to pull it back, the person goes to hit the kid, and the bigger one steps in the way and zaps him. They begin to fight, and you see the bigger one get electrocuted. He just shakes and just smokes and just drops dead. The child is like terrified, like traumatized, is crying as it's being pulled away. And you see them go into the distance onto the ship, and the ship flies off. The planet gets further and further away, and then you are back at the door.
It's not the memory I was hoping. That's interesting. And then I'll go to, I'll keep walking.
Okay.
Do the doors look the same, or do they have distinctive, is there anything distinct about them?
The doors look the same.
So I will randomly choose a closed one.
Okay.
And pop it open. 35.
Again, you see a planet. It gets closer and closer and closer. It is nighttime. You are in an alley. It's very hot. You recognize this place as Night Sweats, or L689. The streets are crowded. You know, people are bumping into you, passing. You begin to turn down an alleyway, and you see a group of people. She is one of them, standing there. It's Marcy. They're talking. It's hard to hear what they're saying. They're having some kind of discussion. A figure that looks very much like you comes by, and you start to recognize the people as the group that you used to hang out with on Night Sweats.
Hey, I know those guys.
You guys begin to move out, and as the night progressed, you are somewhere deep into some sort of wilderness, and you see yellow eyes everywhere, and you see your figure begin to run as everyone sort of scatters. You then see her on the ground with a look of like terror in her face. And she grabs her arm as her skin has come off, revealing her green Gorn skin. And she is bleeding. And the image fades, and you are back at the door.
I remember that. Well, I see like these doors go on forever, or keep going. I'm like, there was a lot of memories that I could pull out, but maybe one more.
One more. All right. Make it count.
These ones. 54.
You open the door. It is a ship. You're on a ship now. Everyone looks human. You see Marcy on the ship talking to different people. There's some sort of commotion. People are running. Bodies are being thrown. It is chaos. You don't see what the source of what they're running from, but you know that there's commotion. Then a figure appears. He has got his side of his face is badly damaged, and he's hunched over. And you would know this person as Lord Fells. Slowly, the image kind of melts away, and now you're on some kind of planet. there is a wreckage of a ship. And you see her walk out there with a couple of her other friends or associates. They enter this ship, and they walk through and they enter this room, and you would recognize what this was. This was a spike drive. And they begin to try to take this piece of equipment out, and you can see them, their skin begins to burn, and they are in pain, and they begin to try to move this thing, and some of them just fall away onto the ground, and one of them just dissolves into nothing. And they move it, and she just kind of moves away to the side, and her skin begins to start to come off, and you just see her Gorn skin, and it begins to burn, and she just kind of sits there, and it begins to fade, but you see more of them come in and try to move this whole spike drive out of here. And as she sits there and looks down, as her arm has just dissolved away, slowly begins to grow back. And her skin slowly begins to grow back. And then you are at the door.
Well, I'll go, I'll turn around and go out the door from which I came.
Okay.
And when I do, I'll presumably am back in the room. And kind of the trance wears off.
Okay. And she just is staring at you, and she looks at you and she says, "My real name's Viv Gorn."
Viv Gorn?
Yes.
I saw there were a lot of closed doors. I only opened a few of them. I'm sorry about your homeland.
Our people are not very good at taking care of what we are given. I hope you're not troubled by what you saw.
No, not in the least. You're the same person I've always known. Though I think I'm gonna have to get used to Viv Gorn over. I think it's gonna take a little bit for Viv to stick with over Marsley, but it'll come with time.
Okay. And she just kind of suddenly realizes that, the time. She's like, I need to get back. I have treatments I have to go to.
Sure. Is there anything I can help with?
No, I think you've helped a lot already.
Well, there's still a lot of closed doors. Maybe we can open a few of them together next time.
Okay.
I'll take her hand and lift and bring her out of the heart-shaped bed, and we'll walk out.
And everybody else in the Winnebago just turns around, looks around like, no, we weren't out here just hanging outside the door. No.
So anyway, when the ship showed up, I started blasting.
So if Captain Aries is there and Lori is there, give me a notice roll.
Me? Okay.
Not you. Captain Aries and Glory.
7.
Yeah, this is not a hard check.
9.
It's not a hard check to see the monstrous hickey on Auri's the side of his neck.
Glory looks annoyed.
Program the ship to go back. Actually, she calls the tower to come find her. And she bids you good night and heads back over into the enchanting tower.
Since no one actually knows what we're putting in chat who's watching this, I'm just telling everyone right now I'm sending nudes constantly to Dustin at the moment.
And that's probably a good place to stop because
Yeah, perfect.
not what I expected, but that's good.
No information on Facebook about the destruction of Sindhu? I've just been silent this whole time. I've been watching my phone the entire time, like, what the fuck's happening?
Okay, give me
Oh no.
give me a notice roll.
One non-combat skill I'm actually good at. 11 that time.
At one point during the night, you caught a glimpse of somebody posting a video of a flash in the sky. It was deleted.
So he's really not
There
the
have been
fastest
no
you could-
posts about anything going on in Sindhu.
Anything coming from the regular Sindhu YouTube channels that post this time of night, or the Sindhu, Twitter
No,
personalities? Nothing?
the cooking shows are going on just as planned.
Cooking with Uncle Jaggerfells, that's my favorite.
I mean, it seems like everything is normal.
Well, that's not good.
It's all right. The campaign shall continue.
I was looking forward
Yes.
to the next one. I was just going to be one of your harem to begin with and skip all the other bullshit in between.
So that does bring up a good question. I don't know how many sessions we have. I really don't know how many sessions we're going to have.
I have 2 at the moment.
Yes, definitely Thursday will be very interesting. I am not going to tell them, nor is Josh going to say anything to them what has happened.
We don't really know.
You don't really know.
Yeah, we just heard all we heard is a flash. Heard about some flash.
There may be a session or two. I'd kind of like Mike to at least get one more session in, and then we'll go from there. If you guys want to continue playing this, we can. If you want to play in a different time setting, a year later or 5 years later, different characters, that's fine. Or if you want to keep the same characters and we'll just jump everything up like a year or something. Or
Do you have like more plots in mind?
you're assuming I had a plot in the beginning. No, I think if like Sindhu fracturing and everything kind of going to shit would be a good place to like stop and then restart somewhere else.
Would you like to continue Stars Without Numbers or go to another system? I believe you were discussing First Edition
Um,
and a few others.
yeah,
Call
I
of
would
Cthulhu,
pass
things
on
like
that for right now because I'm not familiar enough with it. I would play Call of Cthulhu. I think I could do that. 5e, if everybody wants to play a 5e, I will play it. I just play so many 5e games that it's just very redundant. I don't mind playing in them, running if I got to run them. I think the Thursday group is probably going to go back to 5e.
For them, it's really the only system. Most of them I know that know.
Yeah. I don't mind playing this. Like I was telling Kurt, like I've got a lot of the stuff already written already. So like the map and everything, a lot of the stuff, some of it will change, but I would at least, we'd at least go through and just tweak some of the, I wouldn't say rules, but now that we've played it, maybe make some modifications to maybe some of the skills or whatever, just try to change some stuff. But it's just think about that, what you guys want to do.
Well, since you want Mike to be around for one more session, the problem with that is 2 weeks from now will be post-surgery for him.
Yeah.
So he probably, I would guess, won't be at least at the next game.
Right. I mean, I don't mind playing a couple more sessions. There'll be stuff to do. There's still
Add and the Vermiurge and the super weapon.
Yeah, there's still other things to do, so I'm not worried about that. I wanted to at least get to Viv Gorn. If you remember who Viv Gorn was, then kudos to you.
I don't know if I was. I don't remember Viv Gorn.
Yeah, she was at the end of the last campaign. She helped. So when you got into the Vermeer ship and you met all the Gorn, she was one of the Gorn. Because he was using the Gorn to extract the spike drive, and it was full of gamma radiation.
I mean, if a preference is to play Stars Without Number, I think it would make sense to at least advance the timeline by a bit. Like I could easily see I'm sort of shaped by things I've read, so I could sort of easily see like Sindhu essentially becomes like the Sindhu remnant, where all of their fleet, which are still out in space, all band together and are essentially sort of seeking revenge, trying to take over bases of operation.
Yep.
A bunch of different Sindhu warlords based on who controls what ship, all vying for power. Sisters of Karma fractured and trying to rebuild everything they had once.
Yeah,
I mean, there you go. If you want to just bite like a really great story, you could just have like their Admiral Thrawn ties them all together.
Yep. Have to team up with the remnants of another group of Sindhu people.
Jagger Fells can come back in one of his 10,000 clone bodies.
I don't know at the rate I go through Jaggerfell's clones, I might need more than 10,000.
All of his clone bodies, for some reason, are similarly scarred.
So you would say, if you would advance the timeline, would you say far enough that these characters would be
I probably would want to play a different character just to try something new. But you know, I don't know that I would say advance it enough that these characters would all be like dead.
Right.
They would just all, I mean, at least Captain Aries probably would be an NPC. I don't actually know what he would be up to if it was like 1 year or 5 years later. But that's what I was thinking, 1 or 5 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What do you guys think?
I think it depends on the situation at the end of this and what we'd all like to do.
That's true. We could all still TPK. Yeah, that is entirely possible.
I mean, our ship does have 6 HP at the moment, and no stabilizers, no suspension.
Right, and cash isn't a thing anymore, so getting it repaired should be fun. We've basically got to go back the way we came and avoid the rat men this time.
Well, you know where they are. That was purely coincidental. I like the fact that happened, because that happened in the first section.
Yeah, I thought that was like I didn't think that was a coincidence. I thought it was kind of like a circling back to where it all began. Like Sindhu was coming out, and you know we got into a space battle with the rat people, and it's like presumably blow up Sindhu, get into a space battle with the rat people.
Tito's been waiting a long time for us to get here just so we could do that encounter.
I mean, I would say I could also see a sort of interesting 5e game where back on your world, Jaggerfels crawls out of an escape pod and begins to rebuild his empire.
That could be
I mean,
fun.
I mean, I'll play that game. You know,
That'd be interesting.
I mean, it made me a little nervous when you wanted to use the bomb on where the fuel source was. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, that one's the one that gives us the least benefit of all of them. Destroy their fuel source. Who gives a flying fuck?
Right. Right.
They've got that shit stockpiled.
And the rolls were pretty good. I had a set number that was like super high, so it would be very difficult, but it was still enough. And then the other roll was to see what would happen with the spike drive, which was I probably shouldn't reveal it now, but it was pretty damn funny.
Or there could be like a post-credit scene where slowly all the members of Wholesale are being killed off by some assassin that turns out to be that guy from the Thursday group who just has found out that we destroyed his homeworld.
You could actually make that happen now that I think about it. He is actually strong enough to do that several times over without a second thought.
It's like that'd be kind of funny. It's like an ending with like 13.
Yep.
And to just go assassinate, to take care of all the duplicates.
Yeah. If now, let's see, if there's something you want your character to do for the end, I mean, if you haven't done yet, I think Dustin's pretty close. I think there's one more plot piece I gotta take care of. So the 25th, obviously, is the next session. Mike is not gonna be here.
Well, I mean, his surgery is on a Friday. He's supposed to be like active after 6 hours.
Yeah, but I would not anticipate. I'm not gonna plan for him to be here. But the 8th, I would say would probably be our last session.
Okay.
We'll do 2 more. That'll be session 20. And then let's see how many for the other group would that be?
That would be
2,
4.
3, 4. Yeah, potentially 5 more for the other group. So probably the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, the other group's going to be so pissed. We were just about to try and get mechs too.
Probably the week of Thanksgiving, that Sunday, we'll probably start whatever we want to start next. I don't think it'll be difficult. At least have session 0 or decide what we want to do. But yeah, think about that. Think about what ideas you want. And,
I do like Kurt's idea of Jaggerfels appearing on the planet.
yeah. Yeah.
I also, I don't know. I do want to see what happens when the other group learns. They get, like, they hear a report of somebody who's like, there was just a clam shack. And we were like, oh, great, we can go for some clams. And then it blew up the whole planet.
According to one of the clam lappers, things did not go well. Oh God, what happened to the iron skirt?
I am assuming they survive the situation they're in.
Well, they use the A team, so they kind of have 2 sets of characters. This is the A team.
Mm-hmm.
So Big Montana is not
coming to rescue them.
Yeah, the B team. So the funny part is going to be
the B team.
The Big Montana is moving the Iron Skirt, the space station, into the Golden System.
We were going to be on the opposite side of the sun from the planet, so they couldn't use their defense systems on the Iron Skirt.
Right. And they'll be like, "Hey, I've heard reports of some sort of disturbance."
There's a disturbance in the
it's not there anymore.
There's like a thousand voices all cried out, and then we're silent.
All cried out, "Tartar sauce!"
Does anyone else smell ammonia?
That will be pretty funny. Is like when they get in there and then they're like, Yeah, there's
That's what they
nothing.
detect. They detect traces of tartar
Tartar
sauce.
sauce.
Detecting trace amounts of tartar sauce in system.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is going to be fantastic come Thursday.
What do you mean it's not there? It's like Sindhu, did they move their homeworld? Like, what's going on?
Well, there is all that debris flying around everywhere.
Yeah, well, we don't know. We don't. How powerful was the bomb?
Yeah, we don't know what it did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we made a black hole instead, and everything's being sucked in.
Yeah, like the Thursday group did.
Like, well, technically, we don't even know that they didn't move the space station into the system before we set off the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you make one black hole, and Peter never lets you live it down.
Yep.
I mean,
Nothing.
because that could be sort of an interesting thing for Big Montana to have to deal with, is he's like nearby and then the whole planet explodes and he has to get the hell out.
Oh shit. No.
Or watch, he gets there and he sees a clam shack incoming and he blows it up.
Not the clam shack. Damn them.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before you use that bomb.
Yep, and we used it on the right target.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How long did me and Isaiah argue that we should just use it on Sindhu and fuck everything?
Yep.
We've been arguing that for months, but we had one player who's from Sindhu who's like, no, you can't do it. Think of the civilians. Fuck the civilians. There are civilians out here who are being wiped out. Listen, motherfucker, it's called the bombing of Dresden. That's all I'm saying here.
Well, I kind of snookered him in that one game where he ended up murdering a bunch of innocent people.
I mean, he really didn't think that through well at all. Oh, the ship's acting weird and it's not doing anything right. Let's shoot at it as opposed to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that kind of pushed things ahead. He got pissed.
I think Brendan would appreciate too that the bomb was named Better Than Betty.
Yep.
And it cost up and it used it and it blew up Sindhu.
Oh no, her vacation retreat was on Sindhu. Oh dear.
All right.
Oh boy.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
you. Appreciate it.
Bye,
Talk to you later.
everyone.
All right.